But when the Northerner got it, he shook hands with him. Thank you, Okowa. This is why I tell Nigerians that don't be deceived, that these people are going to use you. Politics is a strategy. And the same thing they use for the same Wike. When Wike came in, I told you guys he's not going to go anywhere because he the way he talks, he's too authoritative. He talks Putin-like. You guys said, oh, no, nobody actually believed me. Because politics, he said, those who hide behind the door can kill you. Those who doesn't talk much, they know how to strategize. That was what ended up in it. He was fighting everybody up to Doc Mercy. You came to a state where a sitting governor, you ignore the person and you are actually consulting. Politics doesn't work like that. And the way he was speaking, he was just too arrogant like. You know, you cannot get it like that. You understand? Because there are people who are actually using what you are trying to do, they are using it to counter you internally. That was what made him like that. The way they have made him now, it looks as if, to be honest, north, south, east, and west, they just broke the wings. People might say he's vocal. It's not about vocal. It's about how you place in strategy to hold your ground. That is what they use for him. And like what my panelist said just now, he said it's better for Obi because he would have done it. He would have used that same power to overpower these people that are fighting for Obi now to gain into his own camp. And which is a plus for the Obi's camp. And I'm very happy about that. Now, let me go to Yaya Bello. Oga, thank you very much. You came in there, you said you came to appreciate the president for allowing you to run. That you will ever be loyal, 100% loyal to the president and the party. Did he just forgot that he told them that he was going to work for the people? So you are not loyal to the president and loyal to your party. So people, you should know that they are not just there for you. They are there for their party and whoever is their principal. All these things that we are bringing in now is because the people still don't understand that there's a dynamics they go to achieve their plans. And that is what is happening. And don't forget, why he is doing that, he is also campaigning. Don't be surprised, in the next general election, you will see somebody like that coming out. This is a way of wetting ground. I am prepared, Mona, remember me. That is what he's doing. That is what they call consultation. He's actually consulting. So Nigerians, they say we don't know. They say we don't know politics. We don't know. We are the macaroni age. Thank you. But the macaroni age, they are going to change the status quo. Now going back to the VIP one, the PDP VIP. You see what they said. They went to do an internal poll. Watch their strategy. They went to do an internal poll. And somebody is already saying, please, there is an earthquake coming. Oh, make we know how we'll arrest these youth, their mindset. See, underline that word, mindset. How do they do this? This is why you see Obi is having this pin here and there. Everybody is bringing this. The other one will bring that. For you, they want to change your mindset and say, this guy, he know if he do anything. He know if he do anything. But when you stand for the truth, when you want to make sure you get to the promised land, no obstacle. When the Israelites were moving to the promised land, they saw a big sea. And they were complaining. Say, oh God, hey, see where you carry us on. You know if you carry us forward, now what you want to do? Moses went and said, hold on. He went to talk to the Lord. And the Lord says, my brother, yeah, you get rod for your hand. Stretch out to that water. Road go come out. Moses said, not true. He said, stretch out. And he stretched it. Behold, there was a pathway. And that led to what? To paradise. So what is trying, I'm going to bring it back to the Nigerian space, in the Nigerian space now. What you are seeing now is that big water, that big sea, separating you from that paradise. Don't be fooled by whatever they are going to bring, because they knew that this is a now or never. They know themselves that they must do everything possible to envelop your mindset, to change it, that no road there. But I believe, and most of the panelists will tell you here, most of you that are just joining, I do not believe that these big political parties can do anything again. We need to change the status quo. Don't be afraid, my brothers and sisters. But we have two problems, and I'll continue to tell you. If it's not about OB, it's about a movement, revolution. He said, like I always say, when injustice becomes a law, resistance becomes a duty. That is the duty you are doing now. The only problem we are going to face, if OB emerges as the president elect, guess what? These two political parties, they are hiding somewhere. And where is the National Assembly? That is where they are going to paralyze him. But don't just give up on him. There's a plan. They will try to destabilize the government, to come and tell you, use it as a campaign to say, "Una not see what you not talk, enough you do anything." That is why Nigerians must wise up. Those people you have there, you must make sure that you don't bring them in. Because just as they are planning, as God, the devil is planning, so also God is planning. They are using everything to jeopardize your plan. You also be looking for ways to also do the same. Then another one is the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Ogak Patakpata. This is the plan. The plan is, when you are casting your vote that day, Nigerians, please invite all your brothers and sisters. This is the real time now. Don't leave your vote. They will bring in things that will disrupt your attention, that will create a scene. Before you turn around, they don't change them. Another way they will do it, when they are calling, when you tell them, "Oga, we don't finish voting, let us see who win for our ward before we move." Don't overcrowd the box. Let few people be watching. And when they are reading the name, make sure you look, because let's say it's OB, they might be calling somebody else. And it's OB that is written there. If your eye no sharp, make sure you listen. These are the strategy they are going to bring. So let us be vigilant as concerned citizens. Nigeria is ours, not them. The right belongs to you, not them. The freedom belongs to you, not them. We are fighting a revolution to gain back our rights they stole from us for decades. Nigerians, wake up. Let me give a spot to other people who are also concerned citizens to air their view. As this platform stands for, government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Nigerians, I rest my case. Good night, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother Israel. I appreciate that wonderful deliveries. Thank you so much. And anybody who have contributed today and you think that you want to give your space for others to come in, that would be nice. That's not a problem at all. I will appreciate that, because a lot of people are on the backstage that want to join us. Okay, Israel have left now, so anybody can use the opportunity to quickly take that to take that spot. I don't know who's going to take it, but let's just see. But before that, yeah, man up and they already carry him, all right, let me move on to the next person right here. Okay, let me take calls before I move to another, because I want to make this fair. Let me take 4 calls right now. Good evening to you. Thanks for calling us. Your name and where you're calling us from. Hello. Hello. Okay, this caller, we lost it. I'm so sorry that we lost that call right there. Please just give me 2 seconds. If anybody want to call in right now, okay, let me put the phone number right there. I want to be taking in the space of my panelists. I'm going to be taking four calls. All right. Okay. Hello. Good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling us from.
I'm calling from Germany. My name is Chiromaso.
Thank you very much,
Thank you
sir.
for what you've done.
Go ahead. Talk to us in 1 minute, sir.
For 1 minute without
Okay, 2 minutes is fine.
Okay,
2
whatever.
minutes. 2 minutes.
Okay, whatever. Okay. I thank you for what you're doing, and you and your team. I want to ask question. Should this movement fail if he is not successful and did not emerge as a president of Nigeria, what is our next option? Like what our brother Araki said just now, that left Israel, that if Obi wins, the house is going to cripple him. You know, they're going to cripple him. They will make sure what he promises he will not be able to deliver.
Let us get there first.
Nigeria. I just said to you, what happens if he fail and Atiku become the president of Nigeria? What are we going to do? Then we're going to wait for another 8 years, including the 8 years that Buhari have spent, 16 years. This is going to be worse than military regime. You know, we the Southerners should also be thinking other things. There's one guy just said in your program that the Labour Party does not have structure in Kano State. One of the second most populous state in Nigeria after Lagos State. There's a problem. We cannot just fold our hands. As you and I are talking right now, Fulani are surrounding the territory of the southern Nigeria. There's an agenda beyond that being a president of Nigeria. There's an agenda. The southern youth also need to come together and say, can't we exit Nigeria? There's no peace in that country. There are killing going on in that country. We're just fighting for presidency. At the end of the day, look, as I'm talking to you, all the key positions in Nigeria, they are all given to the Northerners, including our natural resources. In Niger Delta, they are all in the hands of the Northern Nigerians. How long are we going to say presidency? Somebody said one thing just now, that Okowa was the first person who said we are not going to accept vice presidency. But he and Obaseki, where you want, who betrayed Wiki. Someone said, Wiki is not presidential, he's talking anyhow. But Buhari talked anyhow during Obasanjo, during Goodluck, till he became president. All the Gumis and the rest, they're all talking anyhow. But whenever one of us says something, we say, oh, he talks too much. We're already accepting defeat before.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Because of time, I appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. Hello, good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Hello, good day.
Thank you very much, sir. What's your name? Where you calling from? Please turn down your device over there. Please turn it down.
Good evening.
Thank you. Please talk to us. Your name and where you are calling from.
My name is Austin. I'm calling from Dublin, Ireland.
All right, please be audible. Go ahead. You have 2 minutes. Talk to us.
Yeah. I just want to appreciate you for the job you're doing.
Thank you.
Relation to whatever you're doing right now, and the whole world is watching you. I appreciate you for your stand for the truth.
Thank you. We can't hear you very well, sir. Please be audible.
Okay, what I'm saying is that what you are saying that Nigeria, we are going to experience a revolution of change in Nigeria. I'm telling you, what you just say is true. Because when I call some of my people, I'm from the north. I'm telling you, as I'm talking to you right now, people are have volunteered to give their houses to the pen Labour Party everywhere in the villages. In Jos, Kaduna, everywhere, Plateau State, Bauchi, a lot of people are using their houses to bring change into their community because they have said they have suffered enough. I don't receive any information that said that Dorian Bupe is going to be the vice president to hold it for today because they haven't sorted out the issue of vice president. That Dorian Bupe is going to hold the position pending where they're going to sort out the issue of the vice president. I don't know. Have you confirmed that one, please?
No, we haven't. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. All right. Callers, please hold on. I thought I'm going to take 4 calls, but because of the traffic right now, I think I need to also give time for my panelists to say something. I'm so sorry that callers, just hold on. A lot of people are calling. Let's move on. Now, I would like to hear from Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins, are you there with us?
I'm here.
Okay, Mr. Collins, please talk to us with the videos that I displayed earlier on. What's your take? What's your contribution, please? You have 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
Oh my God, 4 minutes. Well, about all the COVID, I don't need to dwell much in all those videos because me wasting my time in talking about it is like because I have seen all those videos, so those things can't change my mind. I want to say something here before we keep going, because when we're talking about this movement, we're talking about how to restore Nigeria. For me, 2 years ago, if somebody told me that I'm going to be doing this, I don't think I will believe it, because when it comes to Nigeria as a whole, I'm a pro-Biafran, a good pro-Biafran. So I don't believe in it so much. But for me to come out and be supporting people, guiding people, because for me, I see, okay, if I'm going to get a Biafra, there's a way in doing this. So I have to fix Nigeria first. So if Nigeria is working, probably Biafra will work. So, but if Nigeria is not working, how can I? Because achieving Biafra is going to be difficult for me. Then I want Nigeria, because once Nigeria is working, I may change my mind. So, okay, there's no need of having Biafra again since Nigeria is working, because the reason why I'm agitating for Biafra, because the system is not functioning. So once the system is functioning, what is the need of asking for Biafra? So in this case now, all I just want is somebody that will deliver Nigeria. And when you look at it, you see that things, because everything, I said to my brother back home, I said, if something that happened, the protest that happened in Nigeria 2 years ago, if that thing happen again, which I believe is going to happen again, so if it happen again, there is nothing that is going to deprive people of not winning the election. Unless maybe something terrible happened or anything just happened. But looking at it, people said people contest, maybe they talk on internet or whatever, social media. But this is not social media, because you see people doing the work, they are matching the work on ground, and you can feel it, So I believe in what people are doing background. So when you talk about those videos people are sharing, for me, I like Showore. You know me as an Biafra, I like Showore very well. So I respect him a lot. So, but when you're going to contest for election, I don't like people, criticizing other people. All I just want, if you know what you know, yeah, and you are confident, and you have a confidence in yourself that I can do this. I don't need anybody. I don't need to maybe to speak evil against anybody to come out victorious. You understand? So all I just have to do, my part of my own strategies. What would I do well that this guy is not doing well? So, like you see that Peter Obi is going to Egypt, he find other things and doing. So he is not doing. So he can find other things and be doing that he is not doing. But you giving him expo now, you are not educating Peter Obi, making him to also to do things that he don't even know that he's going to do before. So for me, for that, I didn't respect him on that issue. Then when it comes to Peter Obi, like I keep saying it, he have to play his card very well. You need, because when people are supporting you, you also have to bring out all the whole courage, everything that you need to do to win the election. Because the people say they don't have a structure. Because I was reading as we are talking, the north and the northeast and the northwest, they say they have 13 states there, and they also secured the senatorial candidate, people that are going to represent them in Labour Party, you understand? And people are saying that they don't have candidates there. So now people can use that opportunity to also, so if people are voting for Peter, because on the day of a presidential election, it's going to be president and the Senate. So somebody can say, if I use Peter, it's going to be more easy for me to get the election, because people are going to vote in that ballot box. And when they vote is only one paper, they will just vote there straight away. So for me, he have to play the main thing, do the work, and people are trying, which everybody, people like you here, also giving us voice for us to say what we know that is going to help him to achieve his dream. And the structure we need is people, because even as we are talking here, we have to, after talking here, you have to call your people back home, because a lot of people back home respect you. If you are in outside Nigeria, most of them do hear you. So because a lot of people may be needing something from you. Have you gotten this? Are you to like pass the message across? Because not everybody have internet to be able to look at what is happening on ground. So you have to do that work diligently. Make people to believe that this is the way forward. Because for me, looking at it now, if Nigeria, if they want to restore the peace in Nigeria, I think this is the time for us to, like every other person, no matter whatever your dream, whatever you have in mind. Like for me, I have another, but the most important thing now that all hands must be on deck is to restore, make sure that Nigeria work. Because if Nigeria working, I think even if I have my brothers in the north, I have my brothers in the west, it's going to be, because I can wake up tomorrow and say, I'm going to Abuja. I can wake up tomorrow and say, okay, let me go back to Kebbi where I did my service. I have friends there. So that is because Nigeria is working. Imagine now, if now I won't go to Kebbi to do my service. If this happened to be 2014, I shouldn't be going there. But look at it now. Things have turned upside down. So for me, I just want Nigeria to work in a better place. That everybody, if you know how, looking at those videos, because looking at all those videos is kind of, I don't need to look at it, because I've already, that's how people, like you said, the PDP, that's how they are going to use to pollute people's mind. When you keep looking at all this kind, because if you watch, you go to channels now, they only talk about PDP and APC. They don't even want to talk, because they are their politicians, that is their party. Though
Thank you.
they know people they are projecting for. So if you are listening to those people, you are making mistake, because they're only going to
All
put
right.
something that you're going. It's like for me now, I don't listen to CNN. For me personally, I don't listen to them, because that is what they only project what they want you to hear. So if you want to get the news, you leave them all those social, you do all these big media, then go to background and find out what is happening. So for me, I don't listen to them.
Thank you
So
very
when it comes to that, I don't listen to
Yes,
them.
go
So I
ahead.
only focus on what I see on the
Thank you
ground.
very much, Brother
Yeah.
Collins. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Before I will pick the next panelist, I would like to pick at least two calls. Callers.
Another person can also take my this thing, because it's already late here. I have to go to place in the morning.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. Thank you so
Yeah,
much. Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. You guys should have fun, and good
All
night
right.
to everyone. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to having you again. Thank you.
yeah, yeah.
All right. We have a space left now. Okay. Let me just go to. Let me pick one or two calls first. Then we'll take it from here. Hello, caller. Good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Hello?
Hello, sir. I can hear you. Good evening to you. Where are you
Yeah,
calling us from?
hello. Good evening to all the panelists. Thanks for letting me in. Okay, starting with the video, let me go with the PDP one. I mean, choosing Okowa, I think they really don't have any option really left that much, because they probably try to play that to be like they still have Igbo man, because by the end of the day, he has an Igbo name, because maybe they looked at that as well. And Wike to a large extent, I know that a lot of people have some nice things to say about him. If I were Atiku too, I wouldn't really pick Wike to be my VP, assuming in a situation where they will win the election. But it doesn't even matter who they pick really. The PDP is out of this election. But if I were Atiku, I wouldn't pick Wike, because Wike is power hungry. Because if you have somebody like that as your vice, you'll be watching over your back at all times. Atiku, haven't done it to Obasanjo, would know what it feels like to have someone who is power hungry behind you.
Yeah.
So
Thank
that's
you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Because of time, I appreciate you for your and your contribution. Thank you very much, sir. All right. I think I need to move now to Miss Ugo. Miss Ugo, good evening to you once again. Please talk to us. What's your take on the videos that we have displayed today?
Hello. So my contribution, the first one was the video about Showore. I said something yesterday about him. Basically, he's an activist. He's done a lot for Nigeria. and we respect him. Okay, a lot of people respect him. Um, but there's something about maturity that he didn't show. What happened was believes that he deserves a lot from us, and in his mind, presidency is what he wants, and that's what he feels like he deserves. But I feel like he needs more time to learn. I said that yesterday. He needs more time to learn and to understand. In politics, you don't just go out and call out someone that has a lot of favors from the people. You use style. You know how they use like under G. You go underneath and then you put like lies about the person, but don't let them track it back to you. You don't just yeah, that's what he didn't do. And I think with experience, if he wasn't like he was like a local government chairman or like a senator or something, he would have learned that. So I think he still needs time to grow, but like I don't think he's like a contender, a serious contender in this. That's my own opinion, Sha. Please don't bite my head off.
That's fine.
So Okowa, Okowa, he looks like a calm person. I really didn't know much about him, to be honest, until now. Like I just googled him small to understand who he is. So I think he's like a quiet person, or like, but at the same time, he's smart. Wike, like the last caller said, Wike is too gragra. You don't show too much. You cannot have two alpha males. Atiku is there for power. You two, you're there for power. Everybody is seeing it. Nobody in his right mind will pick you over him when he knows that you also want the same thing. Um, so Obi is the guy that everybody wants. I know that this platform doesn't appreciate tribalism or ethnicity. I'm not trying to be like that, but please be patient with me for a few minutes. I just want to go back because like look backwards or be without understanding why you're where you are. So I'm going back to the war, to the coup in was it 1966 with the general that tried to do a coup in Nigeria and to take away government. You know what a coup is, and they started in the north. I read a book, a very serious book by like an author. I can't remember who exactly, but I read a book where they claimed that it was going to be like a national coup, but it basically didn't go as planned. And whatever happened, they killed 20 something people in the north, like big, powerful people. And that's the people that did it. The main guy that did it is an Igbo guy. And that has like there's this bitterness that has carried over from generations to generation. That's why Igbo people have not smelt power in a long time. There's like an unwritten rule. And the thing is like the mind is very powerful. We don't understand it. When you see a child just says, like, for example, racism and everything, we're all abroad, so I'm sure we're quite familiar with how it goes. A child will just see you and not like you because of the color of your skin. He doesn't understand what has happened. Do you understand? And that's the same thing with in our country as well. With like you just don't like people for just not liking them, but that's the main genesis of what happened. Like the point I'm trying to say is that coup, when that coup happened, there was revenge. That was the war. The civil war, it was downplayed by the media. We do not know exactly how many millions of people died. Not soldiers. I'm saying civilians, children, mothers in the north as well. That happened as well. They killed people like just for that as revenge. And they swore, I'm not saying all the northerners, I'm speaking to like a very, very select few of Fulanis or northerners. Not I don't want to use it generalize because I believe they are amazing people. I'm not generalizing. I'm just saying a cabal, they always say the cabal thing. There are a select few of people, select bits of like people in that section of Nigeria that do not want that, like they've sworn that it would never happen. They rather have so like when that kind of thing happens, You understand when you see it from that view, you understand why. Even though I love Peter Obi, with like I've listened to all of them and I've heard what they've said, and I believe that Peter Obi is the guy for the people. There's this part of me that is still scared because I understand the kind of power. Look, these guys, Atiku, Buhari, Tinubu is there as well. He wants power. He has power. But the kind of power that these guys have, Atiku, Buhari, and the North has, is a lot. And even the INEC that we're good that is going to count the votes, they're under these guys' pockets. Like the natural resources, the money, every single thing is there. And these guys are still holding a grudge. A very select few are holding a grudge. And that happened for a long time. And the rest of the country didn't say anything. But what's happening now, that we've seen in the churches, killing, like they're marginalizing not just the Southeast. Now, Christians are in danger. The Southwest also, they don't have any respect for anybody now. So they are ready to kill anybody regardless of where you come from now. And that's what we're seeing. So like, and even the Northerners are seeing as well that they are not enjoying this life. So whatever they have planned, then you know how they use. I'm not comparing these guys to Hitler, but as well, because those ones were very documented. That's why we know the amount of death that occurred. I'm sorry if I'm offending people, because I know we're very like, I wouldn't like that to be said. But like, what I'm trying to like go back to history and understand the reason why we're in this state. Why, even though Peter Obi could be our guy, he is at a very, very, very great disadvantage. Is the fact now, because the thing is, this structure is not even set for him. His everything is against him. So the only people we have, like, it's very good to be like, oh yeah, Peter Obi is the guy, but we need to work. This is going to be like a serious revolution, because if we want to change things, if not, it's an easier person to go through. But like, this thing is like, he is from the enemy of the cabals or the elites, number one, and that's not even heard of. That nobody wants to even think about it for him to even be there in those places. And he's going to, the kind of person that he seems to be, someone who is not going to entertain all the shenanigans that have been happening. So it's like, I don't know if you've heard about the Arab Spring. Let me go back to Arab Spring. The Arab Spring happened with social media. Social media helped, and then it took power away from all the elites. So something very similar, but it started with social media, yes. And then it went down to the street. I can see that happening. But at the same time, I think what I'm trying to say, I'm just rambling, but what I'm trying to say at the end of the day is, we're starting out right with social media, what we're saying. And this is very, very powerful, because I spoke to my dad today, and he was like, there's no way an Igbo man is going to be president. Forget it. And I was like, Daddy, he's going to blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, okay, fine. They underestimate the power of what we have.
Yeah.
The social media, it starts and it delivers the message. But look, this is going to be a serious, when the thing happens, I know that the youth that came out to protest, their eyes have seen red. We've suffered. Okay, I haven't suffered, but the youth have suffered. And like, that coming out there to march is like me knowing that they are ready for the next step of what is going to happen. Because then Tinubu is not going to be sat there and we're coming to vote for someone that he doesn't want when he wants to be powerful. And those powerful people will not be sat there while we are social media in about time doing hashtag Peter Obi, ooh. It's not going to happen. It's not going to be that easy. So I'm trying to bring this back. And I have a poster of Peter Obi. I'm already calling him Mr. President and all. But I know at the back of my mind, I think this has to be said to prepare our minds for what is to come. This is make or break moment for Nigeria. And when Nigeria stands up, when we finally wake up, when we finally take power back from these guys, the rest of the world, the rest of Africa is watching us. So this nation moments in history. And guys, please encourage everybody, but don't just water it down and make it look like a no hashtag kind of this thing. This is a serious revolution. We don't understand what's going to happen, but I hope that I've passed this message, this small message. And okay, sorry. Let me go back to these guys, these Westerners, where we are in their country. They don't want us to succeed. Or I know that a lot of people, like I heard someone saying, "Oh, okay, why did he go?" I'm like, do you Yes, they came. Africa was amazing. I've done some research and I've seen that, oh my God, we were very rich. I know a lot of us have a lot of self doubt and we even hate the fact that we are Black or that we are African. In our head, you wake up, you grow up looking at white people and they have everything, and then you think, oh, the people. But these guys came. When they came, they were impoverished. Africans were going there. Oh, this Egypt, the people that built the pyramids, they look like me and you. It's not like all these yeah movies that they bring out of white people in Egypt. Yes, some French people and some Greek people were in Egypt, but that was like before. That was just very recent history. We had the richest man in the world, Mansa Musa. When he goes, when someone goes and overspends gold, that there's inflation in the country because there's too much money in circulation. That's how wealthy we were. Sorry, I know I'm rambling, but I'm just going to
Thank you.
to cut it now. We we guys, these cabals I mentioned. The reason why Africa is still like this is because even they enslaved us, stole our children, and scattered them around the world, and they're still in control of our economy. The reason why these guys have been there for this long is because they need somebody that is there that will just be taking money for them for free. In Uganda, the ministers were going, they found 12.8 trillion dollars worth of gold. They were going to collect 600 billion and give the people and give Oyinbo people 11 point something trillion of our own thing in their own country. So that's the whole thing. So
Thank you, Miss Ugo. Thank
all
you
right,
very much.
thank you very
for
much.
your, Thank you for your wonderful contribution right there. What she said.
If I must comment, sorry, I want to quickly all just at the comment section. So I noticed one Mrs. Hawa Hassan. This is Hawa Hassan. Thank you very much. Your name, it seems, is the first time you are joining us. We really don't insult people here. The language you used was just too harsh, and we would encourage you to please don't use such languages. We try to say it's the way it is, but don't encourage insults. And for our last speaker, Ugo, well, we're just giving us history. Thank you very much. That was historical enough for us to know why Africa are poor. But let's try to stick to the topic of today. We are talking about what is happening to Nigeria presently now. Let's really digest on these videos and the topic of today. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone. As you can see, what Ms. Ugo was trying to say to tell us how it all started. And this is the time, if I have to elaborate on what she's saying, that if we miss it this time, it means that Nigeria, we are going to suffer. But if we get it right, other African countries will applaud us. That how did we manage to do this? She also went far to say that even our own father is not sure that this can happen. But she's trying to convince her dad that yes, that this is the time, this will happen. Yes, everything, trust me, the whole thing now looks like a dream to many people and all that. For me, if this did not happen, then we have to ask what happened. That's it. If it didn't happen, we have to ask what happened. How come it didn't happen? So maybe a revolution might start. Because I know these people might not want to give in power just like that. But still, let's see how it goes from here. I know more people will elaborate more on this. Let's go to Bushi Okafo. Good evening to you. Thanks very much for joining us. It's your time. Just 4 minutes to talk to us so we can move on. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Niger Watch. I don't think you guys can hear me properly.
We can
Of
hear
course,
you. Go
we
ahead.
can hear you very clear, very clear.
Beautiful. I'm calling from Australia, and this is my first time to join you guys. Though I've been watching your program all this while,
Wow,
and I
thank
must
you.
thank you for the job you guys have been doing. Um, First of all, I must say that sometimes I don't know, I shed tears. Watching people's comments, watching what they say about PDP and APC. And I must tell you that why people remain stagnant in life are mostly because, not because opportunity doesn't present itself, but their inability to recognize the opportunity when it comes. And I believe this is right opportunity that can change Nigeria from worse to better. I'm not saying that P2B is a saint, but I see him to be an opportunity that presents itself that we find it difficult to recognize. All right. So from the video I've watched, I can see a lot of critics about this gentleman. From what I can see, Chowore is trying to criticize him, not just him, but Fadambaka has also done similar stuff. But what I can see from all those videos, I'm not trying to be judgmental about them, is that sometimes when you try to criticize someone, you don't know that you are actually marketing the person. That's what I can see. What is happening now concerning P2B, when most of them try to criticize him, it's turned out to be of his advantage. Because if you check what is happening in social media today, a lot of people commenting what Fadambaka said, a lot of people criticizing what Showore said, but all of those scenarios actually turn out to sell P2Bs more and more. He doesn't actually have time in going to actually fight back on what people are criticizing him on, but people are fighting for him. That's how he has been able to sell all this. That's how he has been able to actually gain more popularity among every other presidential candidate we have on ground at the moment. And I must tell you that just like what we have been saying, this is a time for people. What is happening right now, it's nothing more but revolution. I know that our forefather has told us many stories about Igbo can be president of Nigeria, that this is that, but what is we are facing now is nothing but revolution. This is what the person that youth wants. It's not just what P2B want, but this is what people's want. You can see it on the ground. It's not just about social media. Like most times we tend to criticize this, we tend to tell it down on social media. Yes, there's a lot of things happening on social media, but it's also affecting the ground. Many times, normally, I don't really have interest in politics. I must be honest with you. But when I saw that someone that actually came out, when I saw his profile, that motivates me. I've made a lot of calls. I even paid some of my families to go and get their PVC because I know this can either make or mar Nigeria. There's no doubt about that. And what I can see, the only person I can see, I'm not really, because I voted for Buhari in 2015. I'm not a northerner, but I just saw how he was being presented to us as someone who has been in military before. We are all hoping that he's going to change the situation of Nigeria in terms of the security.
Thank you.
But to be honest with you, my time is up.
Yeah, it's almost up. Just round up in 30 seconds, please.
Oh, thank you. So, all I can see is that we should try to actually support this movement. It's not just a movement of P2B. This is a movement that can change and position Nigeria in a better position compared to what we have been expressing over the
Exactly.
years. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my brother Bushi Okafo. I really appreciate your contribution and I applaud you for joining us, at least for choosing this channel, to express your own plight. Thank you very much. All right, let's move on to Mr. Destiny. Mr. Destiny, is your turn now. Please talk to us. We have a space now. Anybody can use that space. Someone just left. Mr. Destiny, go ahead. Talk to us 4 minutes.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. I agree the panelists.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Well, me, I not to get with much to talk. What I want to say, I like that the letter where leak, so where you read come out. I first talk this thing before. Say, if you win, if people still find out come there, that is the only problem. And they don't they do the meeting already now. So that's why I say, anybody who don't dey inside them, anywhere you go, he come out go another place. So if you win, they'll still find out come. So the same thing, fit still go play out. Since when Peter Obi dey tell us say, he leave money, more go find out. He not talk say he for almost 8 years where he did there, he not conduct local government election, more go find out. He not pay workers, more go find out. He not pay health workers, more go find out. Well, now only the ones where the money where he keep and the other things, now he say more go find out. Supposed to tell us the one where not to do right. They will not say yes, everywhere go well. Because if I see some kind of people where still they support Peter Obi for here, now that's the kill Obaseki say no. You went criticize Obaseki say no do conduct local government election. You not criticize Peter Obi, although say don't come out, but none of them still support that thing tomorrow. But they never talk when they say that thing they wrong. Obaseki regime never own all those health workers that they condemn her. Even Buhari where they own now teachers, even better you owe teachers than health workers, because you can go school at any time, but the person where don't die. You know, if you do another thing again. So if people they criticize, more not they leave one side, they criticize the other side. Many of our Igbo brothers will come here now. They can't join this place. 2018, 2019, many Bini people now support show pass were full year. All those are Igbo brothers now. IPOB, all of them say they want to believe. Then they die. They can never support anything when seen in Nigeria. Now, because it's their brother now don't come out. That's our brother now don't come out. So they can't leave the IPOB. Now they know say yes, Nigeria must be one. So the division not come dey. Almost if Shore get 10 votes for 2019, now Benin people now make that impossible. Now if other people did a few Yoruba, the rest now Benin. So now they come out, all of us they back then. Look here now, if I look now, many people were there, majority now Igbo. But since when this platform day, since let's say 2 years ago, where would they come out here? They debate on how Nigeria wanted better from different states. I don't know, say we get many Igbo people like this where if we come online, discuss about how Nigeria will go forward. Now where they are don't come out, they say some people, if you see even look people where they back and for Nigeria, majority na Igbo. But before right from time where everybody decide say make the country better, all of them know say they will come outside. Then that wish Igbo man like Dabina not come out. So therefore not still come out say Nigeria must better. All of us move right together. If we not work. So then they wait from India own fair come out. Then they'll come back and more. So now only down then they'll come the back. They don't back any other person. If it happen not next time, say they will not still come out. So all of them still enter house. So if they do something, because all of them now will come out now they know say she will not good. Right from time, she will never one day. Even whether you be Igbo, you be Yoruba, you be Hausa, if you come across anything where it happen to you, he must stand by you, whether bad or no bad, provided you be Nigeria. So if they come out now all of them know say the Showren he not good. I be respect him before, I not respect him. He bring Buhari, he do this one. Whether na Atolumba, I don't know, 1 billionaire and 1 billionaire, be millionaire like that for Nigeria. We arrest 2 Igbo men, lock them for Abuja without no trial, nothing. Some our Igbo bro are not that Abuja. Now that arrest go with the lawyer there, go release those people. But if you do any small thing now, because they support the Igbo man, all the Igbo people who could come out, both online, offline, say may come die. But the ones where you do before, no, not the important. Even up to now, say if I believe if any Igbo person still get into any situation, so will still come out, fight for the person. Thank you, God.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you and for your contribution. Let's move on now to Mr. Akim. Mr. Akim, don't reach your turn. Please talk to us, Mr. Akim, if you're right there with us.
Good evening, my brother. I really appreciate you. Thank you very much for what you are doing, and good evening to Lefty. Lefty, I appreciate you as well. And before I go on, I just want to say our sister, what was her name? Is it Miss Ugoshi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for your contribution, and I know that you felt like you were rambling, but trust me, you touch a lot of people, and I don't want you to feel discouraged. Try as much as possible and continue to participate. The more the merrier. So we need a lot of people to come on board and for the good cause of our country. Having said that, my brother that just finished talking, I understand sometimes when you express yourself in society language, it's very good. I was just laughing at the background. A lot of things being said, but what I don't really like and what I don't want to support is to tribalize some certain issues. Even though if you feel like there are people who are supporting Peter Obi because of his tribe, but to be honest, I don't really want to kind of box it into that single tribal matter. I will say that the issue of a yes or week. Let me start on that, my brother. I told you people a long time ago, and it felt like maybe I was just hating the man. And if you remember, my brother, Mr. Najawash, this is what I keep saying about our people. The now and now and now and now, we are seeing it again now. I keep asking, when Iyesu Wike came out, he was contesting. We got somebody who came, Mr. Ifeanyi. He was campaigning for Iyesu Wike. As the day Iyesu Wike lost in the primaries, Mr. Ifeanyi, we don't see him here again. We can't have people behave like this if we want to move our country forward. Whether you support one person or not, but the cause. This is one thing I always like when Mr. Omoru is talking about Peter Obi. I'm not a fan of Peter Obi, but I support anything that will create any form of earthquake that will awaken these institutions of our government, that will awaken all those political elites to make them understand that yes, the people want change, not for a particular person, but for them to understand that there is a force coming behind them. There's a force that will not make them to sleep. I think that I can reckon with. Okay, that me I can reckon with. But when people just come, like my brother said, and then it doesn't go their way, all of them pack enter house. We are not going to achieve anything in this country. We are not going to move the country forward. If it doesn't work, I said it last time. If it doesn't work, let us always mobilize and then channel another cause. It doesn't have to be one man. This whatever we are doing should not be centered around one person. It should always be a movement. Whether Obi is there or not, there should be originally an organic movement of Nigerian youth to say no. These people we don't like the way you are governing us. We don't want you to be governing us the way you carry on governing us. The same set of people that you are introducing, we don't want them. We want changes. But every time, people will tell you it won't work. Last time at the National Assembly, they tried to pass a bill against women's rights. The women came out and they protest. We all saw it here. The National Assembly changed the bill. They changed the bill. So you can make these people do what you want them to do for you. As long as as long as we come together as one, we can make them work for us. After all, we pay them. They are our servants. So let us not restrict the movement or whatever we are doing to one man. What if that man does not exist? What if that man is not there? Are we not going to create a movement to change our country? So let me put that aside. You see, with Wike that day, you see, they say in life, they say if men were God, no man is God. That's why you can never. To be boastful in life is not a good thing. To act as if you are of Alpha and Omega is not a good thing. When you humble yourself in life, a lot of things come your way. Look at the man just off a sit down in Asaba there. He's just doing the thing behind closed door, and that man is just knocking his chest like as if he's a gorilla. Me, PDP, me, me, PDP, me, everything, PDP, me. Where is he today? He go for the presidency second, the vice presidency second. He lost both. So in life, yes, a wicked story should be written in a book and then taught in schools on how to humble yourself. Don't be boastful. Don't act as if you are the Alpha and Omega. Today now, where is he? He comes out, they want trouble. They're going to see trouble. Who is finding it difficult now? The idea that yes, Wike is going to decamp to APC, my brother, that's never going to happen. I don't think that will happen. But at the end of the day, what he bargained for is what he got, and he has done a video. This is why I keep telling people he has done a video to say he would never, ever be a presidential candidate to anybody. He doesn't want to be a vice president. He doesn't want to be a vice president. Now he was lobbying, spending money to be a vice president. It doesn't make sense. We should stop listening to these people. Let us create our own movement. Whether Obi is there or not, it shouldn't matter. We should create a movement to take power from these people. We should create a movement to go to them and say, this thing is not working. We want it to change. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you, Mr. Kim. Thank you very much for your contribution. Now, the next person we need to talk to. Before that, I would like us to listen to this video before we move on now to Man of Bendel. Man of Bendel, please just give me some minutes to listen to this video before I call you back.
Coming election, no be small political analysis they go on. Okay, but I don't know say everybody for Nigeria and a politician. She move for China is a Peter Obi just a social media president. Peter Obi does not have structure. What structure does Labour Party have? He should have remained in PDP. Hey, Tinubu has boys. Atiku has experience. Baba Mona go sleep one place. So suddenly PDP structure and I be the almighty. This same PDP structure will not give them presidency for 2019. No be under PDP, Peter Obi and Atiku combined forces contest last election where they no win. If na PDP structure and be the ultimate, this same PDP structure all of them they depend on now. If to say that PDP structure and they give presidency, Peter Obi combined forces with Atiku in 2019, they did not win. Right now, Peter Obi has the biggest structure that any politician is looking for. Do you know what it means to bring a presidential candidate that's naturally marketable? The man not even they do hype. The man, I have never seen Peter Obi coming to say when I become president, I will do this. When I become president, I will do that. No. He's just showing you his track record. When I was governor, this is what I did. Go and confirm. When that's to say, if I feel do this small when I be governor, make me president. Nobody expects that Peter Obi goes into presidency and then Nigeria becomes America in the next 8 years. No. But for you to get to a destination, you got to go there first. So when you go, you can't get to where you're not heading to. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. The structure can be the people. What is the structure first of all? Where did the Shire PDP have 12 governors? APC have 15 governors. How many governorship candidates Labour Party have? What are we even saying? What does the governor do for the presidency during the election? The governor they use in clout based on the love when people get for his state. Take canvas for them or take campaign for the people to vote for a presidential candidate. The governor doesn't vote. So what the governor does is to use the party structure. What is the party structure? People. So during the voting, as the voting they go on, they go place their people there. Make sure say there are no cheaters, so party members. And this can also be achieved by the masses. As you vote, you stand there, so make the counter for your front. It happened now. See Banky W primaries now. May you see the video now. As soon as the primaries was over, videos already they go viral. The people were jubilating. The people were jubilating because it was counted in their presence. The video went viral. And then PDP came out to say Banky W no win. What was the structure that Banky W needed? The people, the people begin to say, Baba, which kind for early money for our eyes, something what we can for our eye. Now lie, PDP had no choice than to rerun the primaries. As we speak today, Banky W is the PDP candidate. During the APC presidential primaries, you see them now where they were counting. Amechi go there because they count 7,500. Now Amechi and the people, now be structure, my brother, now people. Now people be structure. No let them they do like say structure and one building where they keep anywhere. And the people themselves can be their structure. Because right now it is PDP, APC, and the people. Tinubu is a political juggernaut. No be this same Tinubu try carry structure go Edo State where he land. How you know there where they create the slogan, Edo no be Lagos. This is a Tinubu combining structure with Oshomole where they say I get the Edo State structure. But the people of Edo State became a bigger structure because they showed him that it was a slogan they told him ahead before the election. They say Edo no be Lagos. As the park all structure come, who's still the governor of Edo State now? The person that the people wanted at the time. Peter Obi is not a social media governor. Elections are not one on social media. I've told you severally. Social media can give you the clout that you need to win an election. It was what APC used. It's a propaganda that has always been there. It's just like a media house. In those days, the Abiola time, what were they using to gain fame? Now, NCA, they play their this thing. So they show it everywhere. So it transcends from social media or from the media platform to reality. They don't deceive you. Peter Obi is not known in the north. A man that ran as Atiku's VP in the last election, in an election where every Nigerian desperately wanted Buhari to go. You think that the person that was running with Atiku under PDP, people for north, no am a two-term governor of Anambra State. Now you understand politics, Pasam. Now I know that's why sometimes all these political elites where they just look at us, they say, I forgot these young people, they don't get sense. True, we never show say we get sense. Because they go just planting one small thing by ourselves, we go just they divided. Everybody go and begin form know how. Oh, it's a wrong party. There's no wrong party in politics. You go to a party that can align with what you want to do. Even if Peter Obi, he has told you severally, he's not desperate to be the Nigerian president. He's just desperate to see a Nigeria that works. Even if he doesn't win, but let's even assume, say eventually Peter Obi does not win, what does he have to lose? When I don't like say, if I no vote for him, no come win, and him he go pain. If the Nigeria, the way the Nigeria they so now Peter Obi the pain. You think that Peter Obi cannot survive whatever is going on in Nigeria? He has a house in London. He can easily live in London. He's a big man. He's a billionaire. So the Nigeria problem may not even be affecting him directly. He can go and live anywhere in this world. You where the thing they affect, the thing say you want Pepe Peter Obi. I just they look you. I just they look you. It's just like Fela now. Everything Fela sang, everything Fela was doing. Fela was not from a poor background. Fela could survive in Nigeria regardless of whatever was going on, but he was lending his voice. So you they see a man where they come to challenge the status quo. So you understand politics now past Peter Obi. We see PDP. We in the inside PDP. You leave PDP, go Labour Party. You feel say no get sense. Now you understand politics past him now. He should have remained in PDP. We say political juggernaut. Political juggernaut. But everybody brace yourself. Not let anybody do you. The people now be the power. The people now be the structure. They don't see them now. But because when you have a candidate that's not marketable. Okay, wait, what you want to tell us how to go do now? No, what you want to, or which track record you want to show us saying gets? What you want to show us say Tinubu get as a political office holder? Because most of Atiku's track record are related to his private business. They will tell you say he's the second highest employer of labor in his state. That's his private business. Peter Obi to have private businesses that excelled, they are still excelling, but he's showing you his track record as to when he was an office holder, a political office holder, waiting he use the office do. Don't join yourself. The Labour Party and Peter Obi, if you are obedient, Baba Day you're obedient. You know, I always say it normally. It's okay to support Atiku if that's who you think aligns with your vision. It's okay to support Tinubu if you feel he's the one that's taking you where you're going. But you see, as me, I do like this. So, Baba, obedience is better than any other format. By the way, see the Labour Party logo. We need to begin to spread this logo now. So there's no structure. We go structure and for them.
Exactly. I was so proud of this, my brother Capella, when I watched this video. So I thought I should share with you guys as well. So let's move on now to Manombe there. Manombe there, please talk to us. It's your turn.
Yeah, good evening, everybody, and happy weekend. Yeah, nice one again. I think Acapella has said a lot, and every other person that has contributed has said a lot. I just want to go straight to what I think the Peter Obi team should be doing now. I think right now they should at least find a way to select around 4,000 Nigerians. That is from every state and all the local government. They should have at least 100 people there that can take up serious guys that know what is happening, that can also vie for elections, House of Rep, Senate, local government chairman, anything contestable. They should contest it with all these other two parties. Because as this thing is building, it will rub off on those guys. And it will be like fire in a building, When there's fire in a building, this wall you're seeing, you think it cannot catch fire. It does. It will catch fire when the fire is enough. So those guys too, they will now be the guys that will, not all of them, most of them, will now replace those in the Senate. So that when he gets to office, this fear of they will paralyze him will not be there or will be limited. We have to believe in what we are doing. And the only way to believe in what we are doing is to think ahead of these people and make sure we use the best idea to go ahead of them and wait for them and push them off that place and take those seats so that government and governance will start almost immediately when he gets to office. That's my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. That was brief and within the minutes. Okay, we have Engineer Ken. Let me take more calls, at least 4 calls right now. Engineer Ken, good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us.
Hello?
We can hear you. Go ahead, Engineer Ken.
Yes, good afternoon, Nigerian Watch. Good afternoon, Nigerian Watch family.
Thank you.
Good afternoon to the world. How are you doing?
We are great. We are great. Talk to us. What's your contribution, sir?
Yes, thank you very much, man. My contribution would be the one of Wiki and the one of Pastor or Bishop Umba.
Okay.
Let me start from Bishop Umba. I believe Bishop Umba, you have taken money from these politicians. So I strongly believe that because of what you see.
And then now that I'm going to APC,
I call this man is stingy, man. The man is stingy because the man is doing what?
Engineer Ken, go ahead. Hello? Engineer Ken, we can't hear you anymore. All right, I think his network. Okay, let's listen to Wiki here. As long as since they just mentioned his name.
And then now that I'm going to APC, I'm leaving PDP to APC. See the reasons why I'm leaving PDP to join you. Tell me, are you willing to do all these things that PDP didn't do for me? What I mean for me, for my people, are you willing to do them? Yes, I'm willing to do them. Can you announce it to the public? Let them hear that this is why I'm leaving PDP. Because you say you will do this. Announce it to my people. If that is the case, then when I'm leaving PDP, you will see the senators will go with me. The House of Reps will go with me. The Assembly will go with me. Because it's for the interest of the state. It is for the interest of the region. Not when I go on my own to see how I can be protected and be politically relevant and trying to share my inadequacies.
All right. Although I did not understand what this video stands for, but I thought I should play it. Maybe 1 or 2 persons might understand it. Meanwhile, let's move on.
I understand it very well.
It's very clear. It's a very clear video.
Okay, please take us through.
Yes. He's just telling the people, why would he leave PDP to APC? If APC would do what PDP is doing for him and his people. That is asking the question. If he must leave PDP, APC should have been able to tell him the reason why he should go and join them. And if he's going to leave, he's going to leave with his other political figures like this. Yes, that's
No,
what he means.
I believe this is a past video, not a present video. It's a past video when Udo, what's it called? When Calabar state governor and the Mai joined APC. This was the response from Wike that they are joining APC not because what they are going to APC to take, as in the reason why they are leaving PDP, not because that thing will be given to them in APC. He's just trying to illustrate. He's using himself. He's using himself as an example. If he decide to leave PDP now, it will be very clear to him before he left that APC will be able to give him what he wants. He was trying to mock two governors that left. That is what is happening. It's a past video.
Okay. Wonderful. That's why I said I would like someone to, because someone shared it, so I could not digest the video at all. So it's good that you guys explain what that means to us. So meanwhile, let's move on. I don't know who spoke earlier on. Okay, Godson, it's your turn to talk to us, please. Mr. Godson, are you there? You need to unmute yourself if you're there. If not,
hello.
Okay, we can hear you now. Thank you.
Yeah. Good evening. Yeah, I was not even aware that this was going on. I was actually on your other broadcast. I didn't realize you're running two at the same time simultaneously.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You were on the both broadcasts, right? There and here. Mr. Godson, you're not responding. Mr. Godson, okay, your network is not allowing us now. Okay, we'll come back to you again, Mr. Godson. Let's go to Mr. Joseph. Please just use the opportunity to talk to us now, then Mr. Omari.
Thank you very much. I've been here since this program started, but I left and come back again just to get some information. I came back when the space was free. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to hear my view. I saw the video that you played. First, the video concerning our brother Peter Obi and Omoyele Sowore. Yes, of course, Sowore have right to hear his view, but people will call it envy. But to some person, it might not be envy. But to me, what I want to ask is this: do we really know what we want as a Nigerian? Why I ask this question? Let us not be like those, as in, I'm not trying to be insultive here. I've tried to place a parable. Let us not be like a chicken that run along everyone who is with corn. You understand? On his hand. Why I make this statement? I think a lot of person who was clamoring for Sowore, today now, all of them are switched to Peter Obi. Not because Sowore make that statement, because they switched before Sowore make such a statement. What do we really stand for? What are we looking for? We are not determined with what we want. If we are with somebody, let us be with that person. That's why I'm not with anybody. If you do something wrong, I will talk about it. If you do something right, I will talk about it. I'm not with anybody. Because, for example, our brother Obi, people are saying they are following him because of his track record, because of what he has done before, because of what he did in Anambra State. Can Peter Obi also let us know now that when he was a governor for 8 years, he did not take security vote? If he took security vote as a governor, what did he use it for? because people will argue that the what was it called? The right to use the security does not rest on the state governor. They took order from the federal government. I want to ask a question. When we are talking about power of incumbency in every state in the federal, it exists. What is that power of incumbency? It is the police that they use to intimidate people. If the governor, any governor want to intimidate anybody, the police is free to them. They can give the command and it will work for them. But when they are supposed to use it to protect the people, just to mobilize the police, they will say the power lies on the federal government. I just want to clear that part. That is number one. Number two, for my brother Wike, some persons say it is Obaseki that brought him down. No, it's not true. Although Obaseki vote is among those that brought him down from the presidential primary, but he's not the sole person that just bring him down. No. What is the issue? Wike have not been a supporter of Atiku since 2019. If you can remember vividly, he supported somebody who decided to step down for Wike in this very election. In 2019, that was the person he supported against Atiku. These grievances between Wike and Atiku started since 2019. The option and the power to select a vice presidential candidate lies on Atiku. It's just because their party is not in power, then decide to consult around the governors or some of the leaders and say, what do we want? Now they consulted. They have to do election between Wike and Okowa, which Wike have 16 votes, Okowa have 6 votes. The man who have 16 votes and the man who have 6 votes, they turn the result and make Wike second, who have 16 votes. Okowa, who have 6 votes, was first because Atiku wanted it so. And the national chairman also wanted it so. That was why he played out like that. If you look at it very well, at the place where Atiku presents Okowa, there was no governors there. Normally, there's supposed to be governors there that will share it up with them. There was no governors there because the thing was at play. You understand? He was outsmarted, not because Wike did not win. He win this election again. He won, but Atiku choose his choice. But Wike don't have option than to accept it because it is the right of Atiku to choose who will run with him. Now, speaking of whether Atiku, Wike will lead PDP to APC, he will not. He might not. He might. He might not leave. He might even leave PDP to APC, but he will not decamp and walk on the ground against PDP, and they will lose election in Rivers State. That is what they do. The repercussion, what it can be. Thank you very much.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Joseph.
Mr. Najawash, sorry, my internet, sorry to cut short. My internet.
Okay, you're back. Okay, it's your turn. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My internet, what happened? I started talking and it disappeared. Yeah, so right, I was asking about the thing that leaked, and when I came back again, the person that just spoke, Mr. Joseph, was talking about something. Is it the same thing about what is the video that leaked? You're saying that, please, is there anyone that can just kind of tell me what video leaked? I wasn't here when you discussed that.
Oh, it's not a video. It's a conversation in one of the PDP forum where some of the members there, but it looks like they are prominent individuals on that forum. They are regretfully about the exit of Peter Obi from PDP, and they are contemplating how to bring him back, or rather, because they at the moment they have 2 options. One of the options is to bring him back to PDP, which is impossible. It looks very, very impossible because Peter Obi is already entangled by the people already. The second option is the fearful one, that even me myself, I'm worried about, And they also stated on that linked conversation that if it's not possible for him to come back to PDP, can we tell him to work in favor of PDP? Okay, like my brother Joseph just said, how this works is that Peter Obi can still portray himself as a labor candidate while we all are pushing him, but meanwhile he's working secretly in the favor of PDP. Like my brother Joseph just said that Ike might likely do that as well to work against PDP. So these are the contemplation right now that is going on, and the more skeptical part of it. So it's
Yeah,
the second
yeah. Okay,
option.
thank you very much, Mr. Najawat. Now, look, I think that people having that kind of fear, I think someone like Peter Obi is almost the last person that will go and be doing something very shady like that. Peter Obi has got a name to protect. He always says something that he's not desperate to be president. If Peter Obi is not the president of Nigeria, he will just carry on with his life. He's a very, very comfortable person. He doesn't need this. The reason why he's come out to bring himself here is that he sees that he can possibly help to put Nigeria back to where it should be, or on the way. Maybe not to solve all the problems, but at least put Nigeria on the right path. Peter Obi is the last man that will want to soil his good name that he has taken how many years to build up. Because of what? Why would he go and be working with PDP to help them win? Based on what? Then everything he's been talking about, we know what is happening in PDP. Why he left there for a reason? Why would he go back and go and start working with them? It's more like PDP should find a way to work with Peter Obi to get him into office, and then see how they can support him. It shouldn't be the other way around. I do not think that fear should even be. People should be nursing that fear. I don't think that's going to happen, because Peter Obi will not. It will be over his dead body that is going to allow that type of thing to happen.
Okay.
I don't even think. I'm not even scared about that at all. That's that one is. I don't even think that can ever happen. People should not even express that fear. Peter Obi
Can I come in?
Let me just finish, please.
All right.
Peter Obi is cut from a different cloth. Okay, he's cut from a different cloth. I know people may want to rope him in with everybody else and say, "Oh," what people don't understand. A lot of people are trying to tribalize this Peter Obi's his candidature. They forget that there are so many other Igbo people that came out to come and run for presidency in different. They're not getting the Igbos. If you want to say Peter Obi is only getting support from the Igbos, those other Igbo politicians that are out there, we know them. We know the ones that have been stealing money and have no record. They have nothing to run on. No Igbo person is going to support those people. Peter Obi is more than an Igbo person. He's a symbol. And the reason why there's so many people that are following him is because when people go and look at his history, all these videos on YouTube, Peter Obi has been on YouTube with a lot of awards he's received for the past 10 years. Go on YouTube. It's not something that just started appearing during this time he wants to become the president. He's been there. Just go and look. There are tens and so many of them. So he didn't create those things. They've been there over the years. He's receiving recommendations. He's receiving some commendations. It's all over the place. So that is why people see him as a symbol. We're not saying that this guy is Jesus Christ himself. He's never made a mistake. But what we're saying is that among the people that are available at the moment, he is the one person that when he says this is black, you are 95% sure that it is black. But most politicians, when they tell you it is black, you basically have a 5% possibility or probability of saying it is black. But to be at least, even if it's not 100%, it will be 90 to 95%. And based on that, people are now following him. They can see that this is the man. And what I want people to realize that as things begin to develop, people are going to be coming up with all kinds of accusations, making up stories just to bring him down. I mean, I was listening to your other broadcast. I was under your other broadcast. I know it's full of a lot of APC and all these people. But what I'm beginning to notice, what I'm beginning to see, I'm beginning to see that over the last 2-3 days, people are beginning to try to normalize. They're trying to normalize corruption. What I'm noticing a bit more now, maybe a few forums are beginning to say, yes, P2B is also corrupt. They're all corrupt. So let's just choose anyone. They want to normalize because they are beginning to feel that okay, this his integrity is going to be where he will be able to score more than everybody else. So they're trying to soil his name. They're bringing out Sahara Report, which is something he has completely talked about. On if you just put in Arise News, Arise News TV on Google, the video is there where he spent about 30 minutes with the journalist talking about this issue about this rubbish report about how they say he opened an account. He explained everything there. They asked him questions. Just go to Arise TV, go on the YouTube channel. There's a video there. It's about 55 minutes long. Watch it. He answers every single question about all this nonsense that they're spreading. So what they're trying to do, from what I can see, people are trying to now say everybody's corrupt. Don't worry, P2B is like all of them. So they want to normalize it so that they can now say the reason why we're voting for our own person is because they're all the same. So let's just vote for this one. That is what is going to keep happening. And as we begin to get close to the election, it's going to get worse. They're going to manufacture more things. They're going to use to soil the man's name, a name he has built up over the years. It's not just this politics that made him have that name. So this is the issue. So people should buckle up. People should not be disappointed because all these things will happen. And this issue of Omori, what's this activist name now? This the show. Let's try and stop talking about it. I mean, the reason why this is even an issue, if Showore has just kept to his own lane and not start badmouthing P2B, this will not even have been an issue. He was one that started this at the beginning of the week, talking about how he's in the home of is this a fatherless children? I don't know what he was talking about. That all those type of things. There was no need for him to say those things. He reduced himself a lot. He sank too low. He was hitting below the belt, and there was no need for it. You can be 100% sure that P2B is not even going to bother to respond. It's not. This is the list of his problems. He is the one that created this crisis. There was no need for it. He could have just continued to say himself. Showore should be confident in himself. Tell Nigerians why you should be the one that should be there. It's as simple as that. There's no need for you to bring somebody else down. If you need to bring somebody else down to say yourself, then it is wrong. Say yourself. Tell Nigerians why you should be the one. Don't bring another person down because you want people to follow you. It is small-minded. It's not good. That is, he created this problem. There's no need for it. And that's why there's a lot of backlash.
Thank you.
Why is he doing
Thank
this?
you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time with us. I'll move on now to Mr. Murray. Mr. Murray.
Can I just say something? I won't be too long, right? Just a quick one. Okay. First and foremost.
Oh, what's your name?
My name is Emeka.
Okay, Mr. Emeka. Okay. It's not your turn yet. It's gonna be you are the next person.
All right, awesome. Okay? No worries.
Next. All right. Mr. Mori, please talk to us. Next is the Emeka.
All right. Good afternoon, my beloved brother Elvis, your co-anchor, Mr. My brother Ogolegbe, my fellow panelists, our esteemed viewers across the globe, and those on the comment section, Momi, Diaspora, Yaris Ward, and the rest of them. You know, they are the reason for our discussion. I thank them for their time and their support, and keeping the house united and not divided front. So I want to go straight. Before I go straight to I didn't watch the video though. But from what one or two persons have spoken about, I could deduce what the issues are about. If you want to brief me, like maybe.
Hold on, sir. Let me take this again, so that because it looks like.
No, don't play the video. You might just tell me what the topic is about. I'll get it. I'll catch it from there.
Not a video. I just want to put this on the screen again to make you guys understand what we're talking about here. Please don't put any comment for now, please, so that people can read that on their own. And let me read from here. This is a very popular and popular platform for PDP Unity Forum VIP. You know, so some of their deliberation and their discussion right there. This one linked out today. He said, with a profound respect and humility, I say good morning to all. Although he was responding to somebody who said, I don't care what anybody will say, we shouldn't have allowed Obi to go. With a profound respect and humility, I say good morning to all colleagues on this auspicious platform. I'm pleased to be on this PDP Unity Forum VIP platform. Truth needs to be spoken. I don't know how our leaders at the national level are going to do it there. Is a need to meet with Peter Obi and persuade him to come back to PDP, forward or support Atiku Abubakar if it is possible. Okay, that two questions now before I'll continue with this, Mr. Murray and others, is that one, they want Peter Obi to come back to PDP, which you and I know this is not possible anymore because the people have surrounded Peter Obi already. Now, the second option is where we all are a bit skeptical that Peter Obi can still be a Labour candidate, but he might secretly be working with PDP because they have suggested it here on their platform that if it's not possible to have him back, but can we persuade him to work for Atiku? So I will stop you right there. So the information came out. So go ahead, Mr. Murray.
Thank you very much for the wonderful clarification. I'm sorry for taking you back. I apologize for that.
No,
just let me I'll just go straight because I have a lot to say, and I also beg you for a little time. Yesterday, I wanted to contribute to the vice president to where Wike was, shortchanged and all that. My gadget disappointed me. So this is another wonderful opportunity. And I want to use just 1 second to clarify an issue here between Shogure and Peter Obi. So I want to, the last week I said, Mr. Shogure generated the tension. No, people are getting it. There's a mix-up along the line. There was a forum of labor organization few weeks before Obi even decamped to labor. Obi wasn't in the picture then. Omoyele Shogure was invited to that forum, and Omoyele told them to their faces. He was standing with labor. Yuba Waba was there. The secretary was there. All of them were sitting down. Omoyele, being a firebrand that he is, a fearless activist, a dogged activist that he told them they are the people, they are the problem of the country, that they have been romancing with PDP and APC for too long, that they have made themselves a laughing stock. He was standing one-on-one with them. People should get this message today. If this is the only thing I'm able to do today, please, I want to apologize for my voice. I'm not angry. I'm not quarreling. That is the nature of my voice, please. You should not take it as a personal, please. That's my voice. They say I need surgery, but I'm not going to do surgery. I'm okay with it. It's unique. So, Omoyele was standing in front of them, telling them they have made themselves a laughing stock. They have reduced themselves to nothing. That Labour is supposed to be a unique party in every situation, every country. You know, we're in a single country. Like Labour is supposed to be a party that takes care of welfare of the workers and by extension, welfare for the people. That they have given PDP and APC too much chance. They have reduced themselves to an orphanage home for the homeless politician. He was referring to Mimiko. Before that forum, there was a forum he came, as soon as he came in, Mimiko left. He was telling them, if I had met, I wish I could meet Mimiko here. You could not remember, don't forget, Mimiko used labor to achieve a gubernatorial ambition in Ondo. Thereafter, he dumped labor and left. So, Omoyele wasn't sure, was happy and comfortable with the way labor has been playing game with regular politicians. Labor is supposed to be a so-called for the, we're talking about strike. We're talking about minimum wage. We're talking about no payment of pension and all that. This is supposed to be a formidable front for labor to tackle multifarious headed problem confronting Nigerian workers. This was the issue he was trying to address. As a prophet, in no distant time, not less than a week or two, will be the camp to that place again. Omoyele came up like, oh, I've been vindicated. Look at what I just said. Now, and I really made to article in so year and so year. You have been there for so and so. You left Abga to say you wanted the national, consideration for your region. Now, you see the dollarization. You remember when our brother Wike went to Anambra? You look at the sarcastic statement he made, even in Anambra, against the presidential ambition of Obi. So that was the handwriting on the wall. Obi saw that made him remember, he didn't attend the convention. 3 days to the convention, he left for labor. So Omoyele was shining like, oh, I said something yesterday, it's happening today. It's like an owl crying at night, a baby dying in the morning. Who killed the baby? Is it not the witch? That was the position the guy was trying to like, have I not told you? Labour has started again. Now somebody is leaving PDP, Labour is welcoming him and all that. And the last of Mamadou were castigating Obi for leaving Labour. I applauded Obi for leaving PDP for Labour because that was a very smart move. But the same Mamadou now is coming back to see it as a good move. He told us at the time that PDP and the APC were our greatest problem. He later told us that without going to PDP and APC, we go nowhere. And I guess I wish he came to this forum. I was waiting for him to let him know, Mr. Man, you are becoming, sorry to say, a bundle of controversies. So now he's beginning to say, okay, with the movement now, with the youth movement, Mamadou is beginning to tell us, yes, he needs money, he needs billions. Obi does not need millions. He needs money. Money is important. But he needs the people, he needs the youth across Nigeria more than the money. I've been to an election where you would throw money. I mean, Edo State is an example where money could not speak. You could not speak against the voice of the people. This is what I'm preaching. Let's not dissipate our energy, trying every little thing against Obi. People are agitated. People are quarreling. Let's not divide ourselves before the floor. I don't want us to go into this war divided because we cannot stand. We cannot win. We need everybody. We need an Omoyele Sowore. They have something in common. And they are both against the oppression of the people, oppression of the masses for too long. This is one message I want people to get. Omoyele is less of your problem. It's the least of the problem you have. Omoyele is never your problem. It's not your problem. Ubaka is not even our problem. Ubaka statement is marketing our Obi for us. Mr. Elvis can bear me out. If there's anybody that has been speaking violently, vehemently, and whatever it takes to change PDP and APC, I'm number one. I was also one of the people that propagated Omoyele even before he came to the. I've been saying that gentleman, because I've known him for more than 30 years. We were in the June 12 struggle together. We should not dissipate our energy in the wrong direction. We need Omoyele, like Martin Luther King in America. Martin Luther King created the way for an Obama to emerge. I like somebody that saw his death coming. The last statement, the last speech was like, I've been to Mighty Top. I've seen it all. Longevity matters to me. And I wanted to live long like every other person. But longevity to me does not matter right now. He was ready to die. He was prophesying his death. This is who Omoyele is. Omoyele could be a Moses that will lift up from Egypt. He might not even go to the promised land with the way the Nigerian government is treating him. People, it's funny to say he's envy, he's jealous. Somebody said yesterday, this shows he's acting for the government. He said government that are giving him tear gas as a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Man, can people reason for what? He's working for Tinubu. That was the last campaign, the last election. Please, Omoyele is just like somebody that went to a village to get a village girl. A beautiful village girl, but from humble and poor background. Send her to primary school, secondary school, university. Send her to Britain or America for nursing or doctorate degree. Where this gentleman is at Alaba market, not even going to school, but whatever he's getting from there, he's using it to sponsor this lady, beautiful lady, outside. Everybody is happy. The parents are happy. Now the girl has graduated. She's back home. She's telling the guy, my poor guy at Alaba, you're no longer my class. This is what we are doing to Omoyele. We did it to Ganifa Wehimi. We did it to Ojukwu, Leto Ojukwu. Now we're doing it to Omoyele Sowore again. We have to be careful. I'm an advocate. I'm an apostle of Omoyele Sowore. But if Obi represent the symbol, the movement of the people, the voice of the voiceless, the symbol for the oppressed Nigerians that have been taken for a ride for too long against PDP and evil APC. I have no issue that to kill him. We are close to Omoyele Sowore. People like us are talking to Omoyele Sowore. He's very principled. I don't want to use the word stubborn or wicked. He's not wicked. He's very principled. On matters of principle, Omoyele is as solid as Olomoro. He doesn't compromise.
Can you hear me, Mr. Moro?
Yes, sir.
Wrap up in 1 minute, please.
Okay. Let me leave this one and go to the issue of Wike with the other 1 minute. Please, we need Omoyele Sowore. We need a Kwankwaso. We need a combination of other people to be able to realize the people's dream for Obi or whoever that's representing us. Please, let us not fight ourselves. Be careful with what we say when we're supposed to be. And again, let's be humble the way Obi is humble. On the issue of Wike was already a failure before he went to the convention. When I said it on this platform, they thought it was personal hatred. No, activist is different from a politician. A politician should be able to gauge the temperature, be able to get the political temperature of his environment. Politics is local. You can't insult everybody. Your brother from Delta, your brother from Edo, your brother from Akwa Ibom, and go to convention in Abuja hoping to win because you have a Rivers state to waste, money to waste. You went there and came and started blaming everybody but yourself. He has the self to blame. And for the not taking him as advice, nobody, there can be no coup took place in the ship. In the laws of power, don't be smarter than your superior. No leader likes it, politicians don't like it, they don't forgive. And the quarrel between Wike and Atiku started since 2015 when he left PDP for APC, made it possible for Buhari to win and later came back. So Wike has not been happy. So there was no way Atiku was going to make a Wike a threat.
Mr. Mori, thank you very much. I have a caller on the phone here, Captain Mike. Captain Mike, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Please, just continue. Captain Mike from UK. Go ahead.
Yeah, how are you?
Fine, thank you, sir.
Okay, my contribution, I want to ask a question briefly. Can someone tell me how much the Nigerian government is owing the ASUN?
Come again.
How much the federal government owing the ASUN? The ASUN is on strike. Can you tell me how much they owing them?
It's a lot of money, billions of naira. I'll give you the figure if I leave you.
Almost 1 trillion, billions of naira.
Trillions of naira.
Okay, billions of naira.
Yes.
Okay, they don't have the money to pay, but the candidates are collecting form for 100 million naira.
Okay.
Yes. We understand what you are saying. If they love this country, they would have taken this money.
All these candidates, they'll first of all sit their heads down. They'll first think twice. That is the best way, collecting form for 100 million naira. When the students are home since February 14, the kids are at home. This is the future generation. Tinubu, Atiku, they are old. Those are old layers. Their days are numbered. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah, but they have to. You see, when Obama was in president, he said in America they need to invest in the youth. They invested a lot of money in the youth. When Donald Trump came to power, Donald Trump, people are talking about Wike is boasting, talking. Just leave Wike. That is Wike. You see, Donald Trump was campaigning. Donald Trump insult everybody. He don't give a damn. He insult everybody, even though he's better, he will insult everybody. But people still vote for him. What he was saying, people buy the idea. He's telling them, America first. He will call the whole company that left. He will bring everything come back. People vote for him because he want to do something for American citizens. But here in Nigeria, we have looters. They are looters. They are all hunters. They loot the money. And Tinubu is the owner of Lagos. He's the owner of Tinubu is richer than Dangote. And people don't know that. He's fucking richer than Dangote. He was buying the election that day. He was paying them millions of dollars for them to step down. And everybody all has to be on decks. We have to vote for Obi. The people that can vote, they should vote for Obi. We don't need to be talking here and there. We have to educate our parents at home. Most of them don't go to school. They give them 20,000 naira now, they will vote for them. Even though the youth, they give them 50,000, they will vote for the person that gives them 50,000. They should know 50,000, that is what they are going to eat in the next 8 years.
Okay.
All right. Please, after these callers, the next person is Emeka. Please.
Can I just round up before the call came in?
No, sir.
Okay, no problem. Oga, thank you very much, Oga Mike.
Yes, I appreciate, bro.
All right, you can round up before the other call. So I can take the other.
Okay. On the issue,
Also to the
Yeah, on
point.
the issue of Obi going back to PDP, it will be easier for the head of a camel to go through the eye of a needle than Obi to go back to PDP. And again, Obi working against the movement. The movement is beyond him. He's not in control of the movement. So he's like, none of them can work for them. The effort the PDP is to make is just an effort in futility. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Mori. We have a caller, Mrs. Suzanne Igodaro from Atlanta. Madam, go ahead.
This is from US.
Okay, from US. Okay, I know it's still the same US. Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, I think we should focus at this time towards what we need to forward to. But my concern right now is two things. One, for Peter Obi, I don't know what the leadership of Labour look like, so that we don't end up to experience the situation of Obi when they got towards the election time and the party was flat presidential candidate decided to, I think, join up with APC or PDP at that time. So because these two parties are desperate and they will do everything possible to get as many political parties to merge up with them at the last minute. And my worry is Labour Party leadership able to resist that, because Obi do not really have control in that space per se when that option comes up. And if that happens, what are Nigeria people going to do if that really takes place? And Labour leadership decided to look the other side. That is my worry. Then secondly, I don't know how many people are able to attach Peter Obi to Labour Party, because his 36 state tour was in PDP. So right now, people hear Obi, majority of them are still associating Obi with PDP. So there is work to be done in that area to be able to rectify it before election. That's my
All right,
contribution.
okay, madam, before you go, I'll quickly, maybe your doubt. You just made mention of Labour Party and PDP. Madam, I just want you to understand that this is not about party. We are looking at people. If you watch the movement, it's not just about party, man. If you watch the movement all over, it's like revolution. It's like people are angry. People are just not looking at party, because if you look at the party we are talking about, it's the same old people that have plunged us into where we are. So the people that are craving for Obi are people that say they want real change. It's not the change from PDP to APC, APC to PDP. They are both the same thing. This is a revolution that people are now saying.
Yes, I understand what you are saying. But the
even see, madam, what you said now, that's what I'm responding to. So if PDP collapse to PDP, if APC collapse to PDP, it will still not hold water, because they can collapse their building. We are talking about people now. Is it not the people that wants to vote?
Wait, the people wants to vote under what political party?
We're not following political party. They are looking at Obi. If Obi goes to PDP, they follow him. If Obi go to APC, they follow him. If Obi go to NNPPCWSWY, they followed him. That is what we are saying now, man. Credibility.
Wait, if they collapse, if they come, if one of the political party decide to buy the leadership of Labour Party.
No, man, they're not the buying leadership, I beg.
Allow her to finish.
Can we let her talk, please?
No interruption, please.
I am not against Obi,
She know what she's saying. It has happened.
Stop the interruption, please.
Did it not happen to Obi?
It happened in River too. You are right.
Good. So let us not be.
So the Joseph, I think you are intruding now. I don't like this. I really don't like this. She's talking. We are here listening.
And prepare ourselves so that we will know the kind of battle we are fighting.
Madam.
Like now, if the
all right, let us move on, leftists.
Madam, thank you very much. Thank you. We understand what you're saying. You are talking about somebody coming to buy Peter Obi from the top, and I want to assure you that the Peter Obi we know that has been saying go and verify the person that left money behind. That have been saying I have another call. Let me take that call.
Can I just comment, please?
Tell us where you're calling from. Tell us your name and where you're calling
from. After this call, Mr. Meka Settle.
My name is Ben, and I'm calling from Halifax in Canada.
Okay, Ben from Halifax, Canada.
Yes.
Thank you.
So my contribution, thanks for the opportunity, and I've been listening quite a bit of interesting takes and perspectives, right? So my only contribution is, and I think I called before and I talked about this North, where people think that the whole of the North is going to vote in one way. But they're forgetting that there are many states there that are actually Christian states. Benue State, for example, maybe 1% Muslim. Benue State, they've had issues with headsmen crisis and all that. So it will be foolhardy for them to go vote for a northern candidate, right? They would rather pitch their tent with the South. And if you notice with Pandev, Middle Belt Forum and all those things, trying to, supporting Igboho and all of that, you notice that they are no longer pitching their tent with the North. Back in the day, with the military era, the North, the Middle Belt is guilty of benefiting from the North because all them David Mark and Yakubu Gowon, they all felt like if they pitch their tent with the North, they're gonna get a bigger chunk of the pie. But they're now wise now in this democratic dispensation. So I feel like those areas are gonna be game changers for sure. And even in like Kaduna and all of those places where you still have Christians there, somebody translated Peter Obi's his acceptance speech. For me, I offered to pay him, he refused. He's a Christian from Kano, doing it all so that somehow they can be liberated from all of this. So I feel like, we are sitting here, we're only talking based on what we feel, what we know, and we're making it look as if it's fact, but it's not. A lot of things will play out, and some people say, oh, Peter Obi cannot win. Even if he doesn't win, no problem. Let us it's like we have Stockholm syndrome. We want to still keep going to the people that abuse us. Let us try. Stop pouring, water on fire. Let the fire burn. Let us try. And I believe he will. But if he doesn't, let it be that we made a statement. People come in and they do analysis based on what they think, and they just want to, it's almost as if you want to kill the movement in some way. But I feel like, we just need to try. So that's just my own,
all right.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Leftist, please pause all calls for now. Let's move to the panelists. Thank you very much. Mr. Meka, is your turn now. Please talk to us. Sorry and
no worries. No worries. Thank you very much. It's been an interesting topic. Just want to say hello to the platform and to the callers and those who are also commenting. I just want to say good afternoon to you all. So I've listened intensively to those who have actually provided their own opinion. I want to salute Mr. Joseph and also the lady who called from the United States. You say if we want to predict the future, you start to look at the past, right? In politics, it's all about interest. There's no foe, there's no friend. Is what do you have that it could interest me in what you're providing, right? I also want to also salute Peter B. He has created something that, galvanized the nation, something that has brought up a lot of hope in young people, like a messianic situation, right? And we pray this is a movement that would come to light and bring up some positive changes in the future. Regardless of that, we need to look at specific things. Peter B was the VP candidate to Atiku. Okay, and and that shows probably there might be some collaboration that might happen. I'm not saying it will happen, but it might happen. The reason why is that these politicians are wise. They can see what he's building. They can see the movement. They can anticipate what's going to happen. They can analyze the situation properly. So that the PDP Unity Forum that you shared on the platform, that they're requesting for a situation for PDP to return back to PDP, it's something that might happen. It's all about what would take PDP. I know he's a prudent man. He has a lot of integrity. He's a distinguished politician that we want others to emulate. But that he would come back to PDP, we should not rule it out. We shouldn't. And also, we should also look at Wike. The possibility for Wike leaving PDP is also possible, right? It has happened in the past. Tinubu did it. He did it when Ribadu was his presidential candidate. He supported the opposition, and because he was paid, it happens in politics. So there is no hard and fast rule to this. It's all about what is their interest, and if you can meet up that interest, definitely they are going to move. So I just want to keep this sweet and short. That's what I want to say. We have to anticipate what might actually happen, and then maybe begin to look at it from an angle that, okay, is this going to make this movement feasible? Is this going to make the dreams of this movement achievable? Else, we might just be pursuing hope. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Emeka. I appreciate that. The next person is Teobala, followed by Engineer Joseph. Thank you very much. Go ahead, Teobala.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this opportunity you gave me to tell my view. First of all, I want to start with Showore. Showore, as we all know, is a very good person. Having make himself available to fight for the interest of Nigerian people. I commend him for that. But I will also advise Showore that the best thing for him to do is to find campaign strategies, is to find things that maybe put up things together that will be able to attract people to himself, if not for this election, for general election or upcoming election, to be able to attract crowd. Because if you watch very well now, there are some people that naturally they have never heard of Peter Obi before in the last few years, but suddenly because of the message, because of they watch Peter Obi's video, because they watch how this guy has been sincere in delivering his message, so definitely people just naturally gravitate into Peter Obi speaks. So I will advise your worry to do that, so that you should not be using that aluta voice kind of to be able to whip people to himself. And meanwhile, he can also collaborate with Peter Obi. The most important thing for us to achieve a better goal. I'm begging him for that, please. He can do that for us, please. Regarding Peter Obi, the video the statement you read out, it is clear very well. For instance, in Edo State, it's a PDP state. There is no two ways about it. Even my own community, no government, no person have ever won that locality or the local government or the region apart from PDP to date. But now, majority of the people around that vicinity, they are all clamoring for Peter Obi, to the extent that people are not even wearing Peter Obi shirt, obedient everywhere on that same community. I'm talking about local community, not even in town right now. So it's something that people naturally gravitate into. They love Peter Obi, not because he's a perfect man, but they believe he's a man that can rescue the nation at this critical point in time. Because we find ourselves in Western world, things are working for us, but you remember what is happening in Nigeria. People are dying on a regular basis. People are dying people can't even afford to eat 1 square meal a day. So we should think about that. Not because my brother is I'm from Igbo or I'm from Yoruba, we should vote for a person from my own side. No. So please, and regarding the issue of Peter B working for PDP, I'm 100% sure that Peter B I know will not in any way work for PDP, neither will he work for APC. Never. I know that man is a man who has been there. He stand by his word right from day one. Right from day one, video is showing even today now, even what they are saying about him regarding not sharing government money. It started long ago. This is a man that will not compromise that sin he has built over the years. No. And working on the ground for Atiku, it doesn't matter. The fact that if you watch very well, even Reverend Father Umbaka, when he was trying to lure Peter Obi to make a donation because he was running as a vice president to Atiku, he never compromised his own person integrity or sharing the money or to make people know he is donating. No. So he stood by his word right from time right till now, still standing. So that is a man I believe he will never compromise that. He will not work on the ground for Atiku. I listened to Doyin Okupe just this afternoon as he with their strategic move because they are still trying to collaborate with other political parties to be able to feed in a very formidable vice presidential candidate. So they stood with their word. They know what they are doing. So they are ready to fight for the benefit of the masses. For the issue now with regard to PDP realizing what how will I put it? Jason Wike. As far as I'm concerned, Jason Wike actually the one that really shoots his leg or whatever, you know. When he was campaigning around, he was busy insulting Peter Obi, insulting Governor Baseki and many other people, forgetting that even when you are doing all those things, you should be able to tell people what you want to do. People can sing your music. He was telling the world that he's not talking to the masses, he's talking to delegates. And see what has happened right now. What Atiku said. He said presidential in waiting. He showed that the character Wike portray did not represent somebody who is lawyer, did not represent somebody who have that whatever. Because he believed if Wike is there, he will not succumb to any nonsense or something else. So that is the more reason I feel that he was unable to get that ticket. And Wike, I know, will not go any other party. I'm sure about that. So for now, I believe every Nigeria should go and get your PVC. That's just the most important thing. Go and get your PVC because this fight we are fighting is not about Peter Obi. It's not about anybody right now. It's about we, the Nigerian citizens. If you feel that your father or your mother or your uncle is benefiting for the government, that is the more reason why you don't want to join this movement. Remember, anything can happen tomorrow. You will not have a country to fall back to. You will not have a country to fall back to because one of the presidential candidate right now, or one of the power that is generating this electricity we are talking about, he will not want to go to that length of ensuring that everybody get this light we are talking about. So we see a man with a sincerity, which I believe is person of Peter Obi. It's no longer news anymore. We should rally around him. Regarding the people of the northern part of the country, they're also facing the same issue. They are facing the same issue. Most of them cannot even afford to eat 1 square meal a day. As we see right now, even in Katsina, where Buhari is from, the Igbo people are even more richer than them. Richer than them, seriously. We have many billionaires in Igbo land. Where can you count that in Nigeria? I'm from Edo State. I can categorically tell you that. Because some people are saying that if he did not work for this, he will shoot themselves for their leg. Igbo being president or no president, Igbo will still remain one of the richest people in Nigeria. Take it or leave it. These are people who have distributed e-com around themselves. They know what to do to make money. Well, if they are fighting for this presidency, it's not because they want to be. They just want to ensure that Nigeria work for the benefit of everyone. Please, let's just put this nation on our hand to be able to rescue it for this APC and PDP. They have destroyed us a lot.
All right, thank you, Thiobala. Mr. Emeka, I can see you are trying to join us back. For we to be able to add you on, you have to put on your mic. So you are not putting on your mic, we will not be able to add you. Yeah, I can see you here. So somebody should please mute himself. That is Mr. Joseph Engineer Joseph. We'll be going to who's the next person who has not spoken here. Let me
Engineer
check.
Joseph.
Engineer Joseph has spoken. Oh no.
I haven't.
No. Yeah, Engineer Joseph have not.
Engineer Joseph have not.
Please, Engineer Joseph, please, put down the source you are listening from. It's really, the whole back is heavy. You can feel it back when you hear yourself. Just put it off and unmute yourself and talk. Thank you. No, Engineer Joseph,
Okay.
no.
Thank you very much.
No, Engineer Joseph, no.
Is this still noisy?
Very noisy. Put off that completely. You hear yourself. While talking, you still hear us. Hello? Are you done now? You can come on if you are done. No, it's still, the whole back is too much. Okay, while you do that, let me welcome Mr. Aigbe. Aigbe, you are welcome. Why Engineer Joseph tried to fix that whole back?
Thank you very much, Galactis. Good evening.
Good evening. Please,
Good evening,
just
everybody.
hope you'll be following us.
Good evening, the panel. Yeah.
Okay, talk to us.
Okay, sir. Thank you for the opportunity given to me. Let me greet everybody once again. Thank everybody for all your efforts. Thank the viewers. Good evening, the viewers and the comment section people and the Nigerians that concerned, because we all are concerned in this movement that we are really seeing right now. Let me go ahead and say that the issue of Mr. Yesu Wike is just that Atiku does not really want a person like Yesu Wike around him, because he doesn't want a vice president that he was to Mr. Olusegun Obasanjo. He doesn't want that kind of vice president around him. He really wants a loyal vice president. And Wike is not that type, that kind of a loyal person. You see, they say tell friends truth, they spoil friend. So, where a person of Atiku doesn't need Wike, that is why he decided to choose, Ifeanyi Okowa. That's in the wayside. The one of Peter Obi, you see, I always say in this platform, anyway, everybody have a title to his own opinion, according to the way we normally say, and according to the way the people normally say. Everybody have entitled to their own opinion. But I always say in this platform, if you does not, for example, if you are standing on the fence, maybe you are on the fence and you are not in this side, you're not in the other side, you don't need to contribute on the things that, concerning, the side that you are not with. It's better you remain silent than you speaking. Because as I always say, there are some people who are not, for example, there are many Nigerians who don't really believe on, Nigerian politicians, who don't really believe that vote counted in Nigeria. So we are trying to, aiming view to let people know that these are the area that we need to march towards on. And at the time some words begin to came to fall in their hearts, they will just be like baby Christian, who, we have some kind words, they will just decide, say, I beg, what will I do? Look at what this one is saying, look at what the other one is saying. Anyway, everybody have entitled to his own opinions, as I said before. But let us be careful the way we analyze it, because so that we will not get it, we will not mix it this time. Because I strongly believe in my spirit that God is really using somebody, like Peter Obi to push us forward. I always said it's not a saint. Nobody should misunderstand me. Peter Obi, I always say right from day one, it's not a saint. But out of 100%, we can be able to fish out 80% from Peter Obi. It takes of humility. Watch the way Mbaka was talking to Peter Obi in a video I saw in social media. If Obi is not a gentleman, I don't even think person like Rocha Sokorosha can take that insult, from Ubaka. So Obi is a gentleman to the core, and he's a person who are really having Nigeria's heart, who want to serve us, who want to work with immunity, not with impunity. So, as just like what some speakers said before, if your parents or your brother or your sister or your person is benefiting from this government, we know that many of us, some of us, we have brothers and sisters who are, really benefiting from this kind of system of failure right now. But that does not withstand us not to say the truth. Like the anchor of this program, the head of this program, the owner of this platform, is an example for we to follow. That's why I always say that when Jesus were born, many of the Israelites, they did not believe that this Messiah that the Bible was talking about, that Isaiah was talking about, that Moses was talking about, has already been here. They did not believe it. As we see speaking, many of the Jews are still waiting for their Messiah. So it will still be in Nigeria today. Many of you Nigerians, even if Peter Obi will come to power, still working, many will still be saying that this man is not the Messiah. So we should please understand that the time of apartheid in South Africa, some of the black of the South Africa, we are still using the white men against their fellow black when Mandela was in prison. But at the end of the day, when Mandela came out of prison, Mandela, took them to the level that they were expecting the South Africa to, because the black South Africa were expecting to take power for them to be able to rule their country. So I don't want to say too much of things. I just want to ask Mr. Omoruyi, please. I love the way you speak this evening. I really love it, and I so appreciate it, because I listened to the video of Shogore. All the whole thing that Shogore said, only one thing I picked from Shogore was this. He said, they should be the one that will come to us. So I can't get to understand that what we were saying in this platform, that Shogore should find way or the other to collaborate with the Labour Party or with Peter Obi, enable them to move us out of this mess that we are. Because any person that really have, Nigeria in mind, Nigerians in mind, we do, anything, to make sure that it took us out of this, this place we found ourselves. So I want to ask my brother, Mr. Omoruyi, like what we are analyzing, I don't know. Just like I want you to just give us an idea. If, for example, Shogore is or Peter will be accepting for him and Shogore to work together, what position do you really think that fits Shogore as a person? Because he's a fearless person, he's a strongest activist. What position do you really think that Shogore supposed to operate on? That is my question to my brother.
All right, thank you.
Thank you,
Mr. Egbe. We lost engineer Joseph Igama, maybe due to network or something. We lost him. Otherwise, he would have taken the floor.
Can I answer him, please?
Okay, quickly answer him.
Brother, it's not an attack. It's an idea. Just because Lord, when you speak this evening.
No. Even if it's an attack, I can take it. No,
it's not an attack. I really want you to.
We cannot cross the bridge before we get to it. What we are doing now is like, let's say politics is not like mathematics, where 1 + 1 is equals 2. But the aspect of politics is like mathematics, is the aspect of strategy. But you have to borrow an economic word, centris paribus. As you are planning, you have to strategize. That's the only area of point that resembles mathematics. You have to century all things being equal. If you do it like this, it's going to be like this, giving this and that. So there is no point sharing what we have not gotten. The point we are now is how to put pressure on both of them to bring about this energy between Shogore or possibly Kwankwaso to give us the northern factor, which is also key in this political equation. So we cannot be sharing what we don't have here. I don't belong to that. I don't want to cut my chicken before they hatch. How to work together is my greatest concern at this moment. Thank you very much.
Okay. Mr. Who is that? Please, please.
Does
Who
that?
is
I hope I answer
that?
your question.
Because everybody does not have the same capacity. Some are, some are warrior, some are. You understand me? That's why I asked that question. Thank you.
Yeah. Come together to work and win first before we start sharing what we have not gotten.
Please mute yourself. Mute yourself, please. Mute yourself. Let's we have somebody that just came in. Charles. Charles, talk to us.
Yeah, my brother. Good morning, good day, good afternoon from where
Charles,
you are. Yeah.
Charles, hold on. Pull down your source of. I'm getting. Hold back. Have you done that?
Do you think it's from me? Because
Yes. Okay, meanwhile, let me pick this call. But I'm getting the hold back from you. Chris from Dublin, you just called. Hello, Chris. Yes, you just called. Talk to us. If you follow it.
Yeah, good evening, sir. This is Mr. Pius. May God bless you, sir.
Okay, Mr. Pius, talk to us.
Yes, may God bless you, sir. Thank you very much. May God bless the house. I just want to advise we the Nigerians. You know, when Jesus Christ, as he walked with the apostles, the whole world said, at the later part, after his death, even though after his death, when Jesus Christ visited, after he raised from the resurrection, he visited the apostles. Where that temple of Thomas was not there. Christ was here. He said, no, you can never believe. Until you see Christ, he will put his finger inside his body and see the hole, then lay him before he will believe. That is Thomas. That is many Nigerians. Let me tell you something, so everybody should listen. Peter Obi is a person that God has sent through the youth. Nigerian youth have never joined together like this to agree for something. To say they want to back any politician. This is the first time it's happening. That wind is blowing through the wound, through the youth to Peter Obi. This is a man, he doesn't spend money, he doesn't talk, he doesn't talk. That wisdom is there. That knowledge is there. When he spoke, God spoke through him. But many people are never still around. We, the Nigerians, many of us, we are still doubting. We are still doubting, fighting ourselves. This time, it's not the time to say, Peter, nobody is perfect on this earth. Peter, we cannot be 100%, at least 80 over 100. If every Nigerian politician is like Peter Obi, would you say America will be better than Nigeria? Understand? I see no reason we are still missing Peter Obi do this or he do this. They are finding one way or another to play because many devil will come from east, west, south, and north. For they want to make the youth to turn back again to be fighting themselves. The youth, we should be very wise. If we miss Peter Obi this time, from 9 to 20 years time, Nigeria is going to suffer. They are going to suffer. Nobody should go and mark it. If Peter Obi is not come as Nigerian president this time, maybe this man will win, PDP or APC. This will win. They will worse more than Buhari. People should go and mark it. Thank you very much, sir. May God bless you. That I just want to say.
All right, thank you
very much, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Charles, have you worked on your 6th term?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Okay, my brother. Thank you for giving me the opportunity and the privilege. Like we are discussing about Peter Obi emergence as a president of Nigeria. Look, I pray that all of us here and every Nigeria will take away sentiment, tribalism, and religion out of this and focus on competency. The leader that have every Nigeria at heart. A leader who will not use our money, our resources for his own family only, But we understand what Nigerians are going through. We understand that many Nigerians are not living in Nigeria, not because they want to live outside Nigeria, but because things are not working. Like I used to tell some of my friends, I say the first time I left Nigeria, I didn't leave Nigeria because things are very bad. I leave Nigeria because I want to see if I can come up with something and come back to Nigeria and invest. But as it is now, look at the situation in Nigeria. If I remember to come home, I became very afraid. I can't imagine someone kidnapping me and keeping me in a situation where I'll be begging, I'll be living under his mercy. I can't imagine myself, feeling myself in that position. You see, P2B, ordinarily have done well for himself. We should look at that. Look at all these our politicians who ordinarily that have never, there's nothing you can say, this is where they start, this is how they started. We should look at that. P2B, we can see how he started his life. Even if you call him on this channel today to tell you, P2B, who are you? He will come, he will appear and tell you. I know everybody is not perfect. We are human beings. We can't say we are perfect in one way or the other. We have sometime or other times make mistakes. But at least anyone who can accept his mistake and take correction, I think that man is the man we need. It will be as it is today. If you allow him to manage public office, even if he want to use the money, because the difference between, I was listening to somebody, he said he used Anambra money to invest in his in-laws business, but at least he didn't put the money in his own pocket, and Anambra as a state benefited from it. I listened to one of his interview. He said government is a business, not a purely business. Government is not just to come and eat and drink. It's a purely business. If you cannot manage your own business and make profit out of it, you cannot manage public office. I listened to him when he became a governor. He found out that many schools are being managed by government. And he found out if government continue to be managing these schools, it will continue to be a problem. What he did, he returned these schools back to the original owners and even give them grant. That's how every good government, that's how they run. Even here we are in Western world. It's a total business. The problem we have in Nigeria, everything in Nigeria, government, people, in politicians want to get involved in it. That is why corruption cannot go out of Nigerian system. Imagine most of, let's say here in Australia, most airports are being managed by private sectors and even city councils. The same thing, railway, many things are being managed by private sector, because when you give them all these things to manage, they can go and borrow money to sponsor them. And when they borrow that money, who will steal that money? All the government will do is to regulate them, which I know P2B is coming with such plan. But if we continue with these people that want to get involved with everything contract, that want to use their family members, use their friends to get involved with all these things, Nigeria will never become okay. We will continue to live in a foreign land. Most of us who lives in a foreign land doing 4 hours, doing two jobs, 3 jobs just to meet up, not only our demand here, but our people who are living in Nigeria, who are suffering. Let us, before we vote, let us think of our future generation, our life, our brothers, our sisters who are suffering. Like people say, Peter, we don't have structure. Yeah, I know he needs people from the grassroots, but the structure, his structure, like he said, are people who are suffering. Our old age people who, as it is today, they have less opportunities. They cannot go out there seeking for employment anymore. The students who don't have who at this time there is still strike in Nigeria. They are not in school. Those who have gone, even as a result of poverty, their parents cannot take them to school. These are his structures. As in money aspect, I know there are many people who are willing to donate for P2B. This is a man who has Nigeria at heart. It doesn't matter you come from Yoruba, Hausa, or Fulani, or an Igbo. Look at it. Who can Tinubu? Can anyone in his age employ him to manage his business? Somebody who you know at his age, you cannot employ him to manage it. Why will you allow such a man to become president of Nigeria? What if anything happens to him?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have some callers. Okay, I've muted you now. I need to take some calls. For those of you asking for number to call, we have a number on the screen right now. This is our official number, so you can call in when I'm not here. You can call every other number from my call team. That's not a problem at all. So, but for now, we have someone right here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Yeah, good evening. This is Mr. Paul. I'm calling from Switzerland.
Oh,
I'm also from Edo State, Nigeria.
Thank you, Mr. Paul. Please talk to us. Go ahead.
I just want to chip in my own 1 cent because Nigeria belongs to we all, regardless of the fact that some of us are already holding dual citizenship from different countries and all that. But I always say something to some of our African brothers that are here. No matter the passport they give to you, no matter the citizenship you get, people will always see you as a black person and ask you, oh, where are you from? And that will always send a signal back to your head about your roots.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why a lot of us are still interested in Nigeria. You see, at this point, I just want to drop some few points and then allow other people to also give their take. We are all supporting Peter Obi at this moment, not because of any other thing, but because the way Nigeria is being run now, we need somebody who is coming to cut down the costs of running that country. I listened to one of the interviews on how he run of the business as usual. They needed somebody to go and Your Excellency, it is how we always do it. You have to give somebody, you have to come, and it will be costing over 40 million naira for you to come. And you see, this is the problem. So many of these people we elect, when they get there, they will now start telling them, Your Excellency, oh, this is how we do it. Your Excellency, this is how we do it. Why did Osibanjo now, his hand become so tight? Because Osibanjo fell victim to this same thing. He wanted to leave Buhari during the first this thing. He didn't want to. There were some speculations about him don't wanting to contest with Buhari during the second term. But what happened? They brought in allegation about 5 billion naira IDP fund rogging on his neck, and the man cooperated. He just had to sit down. You understand? Because these are some mistakes some of these people don't know, and that is what is eating the funds of the country. So my major reason for supporting Peter Obi is not because he is coming as the angel to transform Nigeria for 8 years, but the internal money from Nigeria first. Nigeria is being overgoverned. We need to cut down so many of these excesses. This money can be channeled into so many other things. Look at the money they are paying just 100 and something senators. And as against the budget for education, this is misplaced priorities. You can't expect anything good to come out of a country like this. Mm-hmm. So for that reason alone, that was just one of the things that have made me fall in love for him, because you are coming to tell us the real thing, telling us that you you are coming to cut down so many other things that are not really necessary. And to me, that is the first point. Because Buhari, before he entered, he said the whole of these things. Oh, I'm going to reduce the private jets. Why do I need this amount of private jets? Why do I need that? Why do I need this? But at the end of the day, we see now that Buhari becomes somebody who is enjoying this luxury. So if we don't really have somebody who is going to come there to cut down, because when you see your guy is not enjoying, is not eating chicken on top of his rice, who born you where to now order chicken on top of your rice? So you understand. So this is the way that things have to go, because they know now that Buhari is having some things that he's doing there. That's why even the Accountant General of the Federation can embezzle over 80 or 90 billion naira. How?
Very sad.
If your guy is not doing something similar. Thank you.
I appreciate you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. All right. We need one more call now. Anybody that want to call in, just call in right now in the next 2 seconds. If not, we are moving on. All right. We don't have any calls right now. So I guess, all right, we have one person calling. Hello, good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling us from. Please tone down your gadget. Tone down your system, please.
Okay. Are you hearing me now?
Okay, yeah. Where are you calling us from? What's your name?
My name is Mode Sayinere.
Okay,
so,
Mr. Mode, talk to us.
Brother, I'm very, very grateful for the work you are doing in Nigeria. And may God bless you. And bless everybody that is with you there. Amen. God will bless every one of you. My brother, there's a revelation that I want to tell you now, that I want to just give to you Nigeria, and the youth mostly. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. This is a time when God said, if we miss this opportunity, it will never come back again. So Nigeria needs this time around to stand for the truth. And the revelation is that Obi is a Messiah. God sent this man that we get the transformation of Nigeria for the youth mostly, for our children and for our unborn children. Because I can say that for some years now, let me just say, right from Buhari regime, I have not been voting. My family have not been voting because there is no true government that we wish it can make Nigeria be okay. But at this moment, I've got my family in Nigeria, my brothers and sisters, that they should go and look for their because I'm tired of sending money home. And moreover, why we don't even understand what is going on now, what APC and PDP want to say again, what they have not said before they come to power. These are the things we need to know. Is there any other word they will say that they will make things okay? For years now, things are not okay. And we see somebody that God sent to us. Why we don't use our teeth to count, our tongue to count our teeth? And we are not happy for how Nigeria was for years now. We are not happy about it. And these two parties have been carrying Nigeria for years now. No changes, nothing is good out from it. They always put us from frying pan to fire every time they enter power. Now they want to come again to talk another word. They will repair road, they will bring light. Is that what they will say? They have been saying it, we have been hearing. We are tired of hearing such. Those who have not, the person that have not said what they have said before, let that one come out and say it to our hearing. And there must surely be a change. For this third party now, Labour Party is going to make Nigeria okay. We are not following the party, we are following the man that the party bring out that is OB, that everybody want to vote for. Somebody like me, my family will both vote for him. When I went today, I know how we call Nigeria with another people's family. These are the things we need to do to make sure that things work out fine.
Thank
and
you.
not only that, the neck, the people have to, the moment they vote, make sure they count their vote, make sure they count their vote very well. Not as one man said just like that. Maybe the name they be written. Maybe they can use opinion. They will change it to be another person's name. So these are this Nigeria for you. Those old cargo that have been moving, that have been using Nigeria, putting Nigeria in their pocket. This time around, it will not be like that again.
Thank you,
That is
sir.
why we all have to open
All
our
right.
eyes this time around for us to vote for the right person, which is OP.
Thank you,
And
sir.
he's the man
All right.
that will make changes.
Thank you for your
There must be
contribution.
change.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir.
I'm very grateful for what people are doing. May God bless you people.
Amen. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right.
May God bless.
Oh, sorry, I already called that off. All right. Good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Ton is the name. Yes, Ton is the name.
Okay.
I've been watching, I've been listening. I am really, really very happy to be on this call tonight. I want to make a little contribution.
Go ahead, sir.
God in his infinite mercy is a merciful God. Nigerians have suffered enough. Enough is enough. Whether PDP, pocket, none of them will help the masses, even when they get there.
Oh, this is
Billions of dollars to buy vote for only to get the ticket. They spend so much money. When they get there, they would like to recover their money. That is one. Two, I thank God if somebody like Peter Obi, like Patu Tomi, and Ezekume, all of them are behind the Labour Party. My only prayer, and if you people can be able to talk to either Peter Obi, Showore, or whoever party that can be able to form a coalition, you understand me, so that they can all team up to fight. They should go and rest and leave the younger ones to try and revive the nation. Enough is enough. That is my own contribution.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Talk to any other person who you feel that can be able to form a coalition, alliance with them to fight these people who say they are the owner of Nigeria. And take every power from them. Let them go and sit down. They are old enough. Let them go. They have eaten enough. They have ruined that country enough. They cannot continue to mislead people. Thank you. That is my contribution.
God bless you, sir. Thank you so much. All right, callers, we are rounding up there on the calls. Okay, I'm removing the number from the screen. All right, back to you, lefties, so that you can talk to those on the panel.
Yes, we just have one man left before we can go round again and round up. The man that just came, Mudai.
Yeah, okay.
Mudai, please talk to us.
Yeah, thank you, Niger Watch. Thank you so much. God will continue to strengthen you guys. God will continue to give you the wisdom. God will continue to give you the patience to listen to your fellow countrymen and women. I thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, yes, I have something to say, and I want us to learn. So this issue of Nigeria, who will be our leader and who will be our leader, I think almost the whole of Africa, especially West Africa, they knew what is going on in Nigeria. And we ourselves, Nigerian, we know the truth. So this issue of P2B is going to lead us. Honestly, God is working. And God is using all this opposition to make a way for us. The reason why I say this is that I'm in the United States. I'm a very hardworking Nigerian. Okay, so here we are organizing meetings, different people, Yoruba, Igbo, and few Muslim, and all this and all that. We are trying to find out what are we going to contribute that to help our country. So now we decided that we are going to register for people who want to travel to Nigeria to vote. For people who don't have a PVC, we want to organize to pay for some people to go and get their PVC. I myself, I got my PVC last week and I came back here because this is a change. I'm telling you the truth. So we were able to organize about 30 to 50 people, and we went to Nigeria embassy. Many don't have passports. Many don't have Nigerian passport. Many don't even know how to start processing their passports. I'm telling you the truth. So this is what I want us to learn. So when we go to Nigerian embassy in Washington, D.C., United States, my dear, you will never in your life want to be there. I don't know that this is how bad our country is. Our embassy is the poorest embassy you can ever think of. Our embassy is where you will go. Nothing will ever be done. We was there. Somebody flew all the way from Atlanta, whoever that knew where Atlanta is, or flew from all the way from Atlanta, lodged in a hotel for him to get a travel document because he had expired passport. For him to get a travel document to travel to Nigeria the next day. He had his ticket. He told them he had been calling them. Nobody picked the call. He had been sending email. Nobody picked the phone call. When he go online, he paid, and they keep, collecting everything from him on that day. They told him that it will take about a month before he will come back. And all of all that was there told them, no, this has to stop. They have to attend to this guy. Travel document is something, or if all his information is complete, it's a letter that will have Nigerian letterhead for him to travel to our country. So all the staff there, nobody even want to listen until we said that today we must call police. We started calling the security people because they have to attend to this man. And this man was, you need to see the way this man was crying. It touched everybody's heart. At the end of the day, they attended to this man, and this man was able to find his way. So all these things have to change. Majority of Nigeria that are in different countries that are not going is because of how they are being maltreated. I'm telling you, it's so sad, it's so hard, you can't even think about it. So this is what I want to say. God is helping us, and God is helping this platform. I'm telling you, a lot of Nigerians watch your platform. A lot of people listen to every discussion here.
Thank you.
So, yeah. So what we have to do now? I'm telling you, I have my PVC, and we are willing to sponsor as many people that can get their PVC. We have the group, we have the money to pay for them to get it, because we have to get it right. And God is using the opposition to make a way. Look at what is happening in PDP, in APC, in all other parties. They are there chasing who will support them, who will not support them, and God is also using them. Look at what Mbaka said. Mbaka said that thinking that he will get voice this time around, but he don't know that God is want to use him to set us free. I'm telling you, I don't know P2B before, but I have, because in this your program, somebody said that what the P2B has done to his people. I settled down, I look into what P2B has done, I look for some paperwork, I read it, and when I found out this man is a good man. This man can help the country, but the only problem we have, somebody in this group said he need alliance. He need alliance. That is the only thing he need. He need to get people from the north. He really need that. That is the only thing that is the major problem I'm seeing. So we have to continue to spread this message wherever you are. The state of Nigeria is not the best. I want to go back to Nigeria and work. I'm here in America, saving people's life, working and save people's life. Why can't I go home and save my fellow countryman? It's so sad. It's so sad. So I want to use the opportunity to thank you again. Thank you for what you are doing. It's very, very fruitful, effective, and it's gonna be productive at the end of the day. Thank you, guys.
Amen.
Thank you so much. Thank
I
you.
appreciate you. All right,
Yes,
everyone have
thank you. Yes, everyone
Go
has
ahead.
contributed, but there's a question Mr. Mori asked on the private chat. He just want to be sure, and I think Mr. Mori, if you are listening to me or listening to us, today is the last day to submit the names for VP. So what APC and Labour Party did is temporary. For Peter Obi, he took Doyin Odukbe as VP, but this is temporary. It is not permanent because why? So that it doesn't outlaw the dates. So they just took Doyin Odukbe for now. But anyhow, it can be permanent, but for now it's temporary. Same thing the APC did. Sorry, I do. My English will kill me today. Same thing APC did by taking Masari. It's not permanent. They just took these names, these people for temporary to fill the position in order to beat the deadline. They can substitute later. Thank you very much. So, sir, you can continue.
Thank you for your wonderful clarification. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. So we are rounding up now. So we're going to give everybody round 2 minutes, to tell us the way forward. In fact, I would like you to use your 2 minutes to send message to Nigerian youths, before we round up. We're already 4 hours here. So I'm going to be starting from the first person today is going to be Frank. Mr. Frank, you have 2 minutes. Please talk to Nigerians, especially Nigerians that live back home, in 2 minutes.
Thank you very much, my brother, Najawa. Thank you. What my message is just very simple and very clear. I've been saying it before. If we miss it now, we will never get it again. This is the time for Nigeria youth to come together and make a one voice. For me, many people are saying Obi this, Obi that. I'm not seeing Obi as the picture. I'm seeing this as a movement. The movement of NSAS, the movement of many Nigerians who have been dying, innocent Nigerians who have been dying. So both home and abroad, when we have leaders who is not capable to lead us. So please, I'm just begging most of us in the panel here. I heard somebody saying, was referring to Obi, what Obi did. We are supporting Obi now. We throw Showore out. No.
This is up. The 2 minutes is up.
Okay.
Thank
Let
you.
me cut. Thank you very much.
God bless you, sir. Thank you very much. All right, I'll move on now to Mr. Joseph. Mr. Joseph, you have your 2 minutes. Please talk to Nigerian youth. Thank you.
For those who are saying that the structure is you and I, it's not you and I that is the structure. The structure is that man in a state who want to be governor, who want to be House of Rep member, who want to be a senator, who want to be a local government chairman, a councillor, a state House of Assembly member, and their deputies. These are the structure because they are vying for the same position in the local level as you are also doing in the presidential level at the national level. That is what we call the structure, the party men. That is the structure. And for my advice to our Igbo brother, not when it does not favor you people, you cannot come to Niger Watch to contribute your part. Please, after this election, be joining us to contribute your part because we have not been seeing you guys. Now we are talking of Peter Obi, we are seeing you all. Please try join us. Even though it's not about you, join us. If it's about another person, join us so that we can make Nigeria good and better for once. Thank you very much.
Wow, that is strong. Thank you very much, Mr. Joseph, for bringing that out. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's move on now to Mr. Mori. Mr. Mori, please, you have 2 minutes to talk to Nigerian youth.
All right, thank you once again, my beloved brother. I want to say that this is a divine. I see the hand of God in this movement. This is a movement of the people, not about Obi, not about Showore, not about APC, PDP. It's about the Nigerian masses, about the oppressed, about the downtrodden. We need a synergy, we need a collaboration. Together we can make a change, and it is possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mori, for making that brief. Okay, we're moving on to Mr. Tiobala. Tiobala, you have your 2 minutes. Please use it now. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nigeria Watch. And everyone on the comment section, I really want to appreciate you for propagating the message, for liking and sharing. Thank you so much. To every Nigerians, I just want to let you know that don't let them deceive you about structure. I voted in Benin, S&T Barak, Atugbowo. I'm now in the US now. I know what I suffer in Nigeria. While I was voting, the PDP person they assigned to that this thing could not even handle the issue. It failed automatically. But the people came out to vote. They collect money from an APC. They voted PDP. I was there. I was shouting that PDP have lost it. When they were counting, the people that share money, the guy was complaining. Do you mean they collect money from me? They did not vote for me? Please, it doesn't matter who is your local government. It doesn't matter your principal, whatever. What matter is you. Go and get your PVC. Go and get your PVC. I got everything I needed to succeed in Nigeria, but the government did not give me any opportunity. The same education I could not use in Nigeria is what I'm using here in the US. As I speak with you right now, I'm in the office, working in my house. Please don't allow these people to deceive you with structure. Take your country back. Please take your country back. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. The Yahoo they have led you into, it's not your plan, it's not your life. You can be making millions in a week. I tell you the truth. Don't allow them to deceive you. It's not about structure, it's about you. Take your country back, please. Take your country back. Get your PVC and take your country back.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Tiobala. I appreciate you right there. Mr. Golson, your turn. Please use your 2 minutes now.
All right. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Well, I don't have a lot to say. All I'm going to say to those people, the youth, they should remain focused. People are going to come up with all kinds of stories to divide people. They're going to try to make it tribalistic. They're going to try to use all kinds of lies and all kinds of things to throw you off balance and to remove that focus. Because one thing for sure is that they've never seen the Nigerian youth disunited for something. So a lot of people might pretend that they're not worried, but many of them are worried. So people should just stay focused, keep trying to reach out to people, and keep trying to convince people, and stay focused. And hopefully, by God willing, by February, everybody will have a cause to at least let the country begin to heal, begin to start moving forward. That's all most Nigerians are looking for. So people just stay focused. That's all I have to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you, Mr. Golson. Now we're moving on to Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles, it's your turn to use your 2 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, my brother. My advice to every Nigerian, and most especially our youth that have suffered today, that they should go and take their PVC. If anyone comes to them and give them money, let them eat the money. That is their money, and vote their conscience. They shouldn't allow them to use them, because if they use them this time, that I don't think that they will see this opportunity again. It will take a long time. I pray that all of them, they will take advantage of now this movement and change the narrative. Eat their money, vote for your conscience, and let us. Most of us that are here and are living abroad, like myself, I told my people, if anyone, I want everyone, any person that got his PVC, I will give him 1,000 naira in my village. I don't care how many people. I told them, anyone that got his PVC, I will give him 1,000 naira, just to make sure that people got their PVC. Let us, all of us that are in overseas, let us also use our position to advertise what is happening now. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. The noise coming from there. Everybody mute yourself. Nobody should unmute themselves anymore, please. All right. I'll move on to Modai. Modal, please use your 2 minutes now.
Yeah, thank you so much, Niger Watch. Nigeria out there, I will tell you the truth, there is hope. And that hope is within us. Remember the answers. Remember that ASU is on strike. Remember that you can't buy a cup of Gary anymore. Just remember that. Remember that when you are sick, no hospital. When you go to hospital, they will put you on the ground. Before you know it, you are dead. No hope for us. So your vote, your PVC is your power. Your vote is why you are a Nigerian citizen. Hold it strong. Do not let anything take it away from you. Vote wisely. Remove religion. Remove tribal, ethnic. Vote as a Nigerian. We are the future of that country. We have suffered a lot. Somebody said here that the same education he couldn't afford in Nigeria, he afforded elsewhere. The same thing happened to me. They couldn't give it to me, but here today, I'm even more wiser than the Americans. I'm telling you, it's possible. Let us vote wisely. Get your PVC. And somebody said here that he will give everybody that have his or her PVC 1,000. I will do the same. I will make my own movement. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Modai. I'll go to Mr. Aigbe. Mr. Aigbe, use your 2 minutes now. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Niger Watch. Yes, I want to use my 2 minutes to tell those who are in the fence, let them keep on remaining in the fence. Those who are said they don't be here, neither they be hot or cold, let them remain lukewarm person. And those who say they want to remain in Egypt, let them remain in Egypt, according to our brother Israel. Let them remain in Egypt. And I want to use this opportunity to advise every members of, our family back home and every Nigerians, youth who are listening to this message right now. Go and get your PVC. Getting your PVC is not even enough alone. You cannot get your PVC without casting the vote to somebody. Cast the vote to Peter Obi. Is the Messiah. And secondly, the movement we are talking about, somebody must be the head of the movement, because we cannot move without getting the head. And I believe that Peter Obi is going to take us to the next level. So take your PVC and let us vote out these people who have put us into this mess. Let us vote Peter Obi. And Niger Watch, I'm sorry, I don't know. Sometimes I send a message on this your public line. I don't know if you can add me to your WhatsApp, so that I want to ask you one or two things privately within me and you. So that is me, because I believe on this platform. I told you one thing the week ago. I said I have been a secret member from this platform from some years now. So I want to ask one or two questions, and I believe that this platform is going to move us from one level to another, not only for this political issue. And I believe that God is going to use you mightily with this platform. And I'm seeing you as the second Jesus, in the Edo, that many people will not believe on, and many will believe that yes, this is the person, because the Bible said, can any good thing come out from Nazareth? But today, good things are come out from Nazareth. So some people will say, can any good thing come out from your family? But today, good thing must come out from your family. So please, I don't know. I will say hello to you. I mean, write you hello in that public WhatsApp, so that you can be able to add me in your WhatsApp group. Thank you, and God bless you.
I'll do that. Please don't just say hello. Send your name as well, please.
Okay, I will do that.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you, and good night, everybody.
Good night. God bless you, my brother. All right, let's move on now to Miss Ogo is back here again. Miss Ogo, thanks for joining us once again. Please use your 2 minutes to talk to Nigerians.
Hello, everybody. Good evening again. I just wanted to come back to say that something is happening that we're all seeing and it's surprising us. I want to emphasize unity, that every single one of us, irrespective of where we're from and what language we speak, no matter where we're from, this is the time. I personally want Peter Obi because I've listened to him. I want us to come back. I want to be able to come back home and be able to do something in my country. So I hope that with love for ourselves and for one another and for Nigeria, we can like a platform like yours. I hope that we all listen to this and take it back. And every single person has dropped diamonds for us to listen to. Let's take it back to the grassroots, to every single person back home. Nigeria will be great again. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Miss Ugo. I really appreciate you. Please continue to support us. We all are learning from each other on this platform. I appreciate every one of you. Let's move on now to Midwest people. Midwest people, good evening to you, sir. Good to have you here. Use your 2 minutes with us.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, my fellow panelists and listeners and viewers. It's quite a while, so very busy, Europe life.
Yes.
I just what I want to say is this. Thank God we are all working accord, trying to support this new movement. We want something new in our country, and we'll continue to try and push for it. So we should tell our loved ones to choose wisely. They should go and register for their PVC. And we shouldn't pressurize them anyway by saying, if you don't vote for this man, we will not send you money. You will not get our support again, because I think those particularly, we did it in the past. When you look at the previous election that brought our governor for the second tenure. So we shouldn't, use our position wrongly by telling people you must do it by force. But however, we should design a mechanism to convince them based on ability or based on our conviction that this man can do something different. My other take is that Peter Obi should be addressing the Nigerians, how he's going to solve our problem. It's not a matter of pointing to the problem. Pointing to the problem is not also just enough. Everybody is seeing the problem, and I don't think anybody is in that country that has never recognized the problem that is facing the country: corruption and unemployment, people losing hope, hopelessness, and everything. So he should tell us how he's going to take us from this situation, because if you don't look at the foundation, you see coming to come and build on top of that foundation, nothing will work. So he should try. We love him. And that is the only hope we have now among all these people that is just coming out. Even if Atiku pick someone from South as a running mate, Okowa for we is a good man. But we don't want those old people again to continue. So we want a new beginning, and we believe Peter Obi is the only man on track, and we will come to support him. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Midwest people, I appreciate you. Everyone have contributed. Now I'll go to lefties. Lefties, please talk to us and let's round up.
Yes, thank you, everybody. Today it's a very good day. We had almost 20 people today as a panelist. I want to say thank you to everybody that was able to join us in the panel, starting from Frank, Machiavelli, Collins, Miss Ugo, Boshi, Destiny, Hakeem, Man of Bendel, Engineer Ken, Godson, Joseph Sunday, Mr. Mori, Emeka, Tiobala, Aigbe, Engineer Joseph Igama, though we lost that one due to network. He came. Yes, he came. He registered. Then followed by Chas, Modal, then just now, Midwest people. We say thank you very much for your support, for having time, making up time to also talk here and talk to Nigerians. Want to say thank you to the viewers, because you are here. You are the reason why we are here. Without you, we would never be here. If you are not there, who do we talk to? We can't be talking to ourselves. So as we also say thank you very much, and we advise you and encourage you to keep following us and watch us. I want to say thank you to those on the comment section. These people are another bomb. You don't see them, we see them. They see us, we see them. You see, they are there doing their own. They are the cabas of this platform. I want to say thank you because we get feedback from you. Thank you very much. So, on that note, I will hand over to Mr. Elvis to round it up.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Leftis. I appreciate you so much. And I want to thank every one of you, all my panelists today. At least I want to thank those that sacrificed their position for others to come in. Thank you very much. That's why we can able to count up to 20 panelists today who participated on this program. Thank you very much for that. As you can see that Miss Ogo left for others to come in, and she came back again. So it doesn't mean even though you left your position, you can still come back again when the platform is free. All right. I want to thank every one of you, all my panelists. God bless every one of you because trust me, you guys are actually the one that is educating all the audience spectators here. So like I've always said before, including myself, I'm learning from you guys. This knowledge of a thing, we can't know it all. We are learning every day as long as we are human beings, as long as we are living, as long as we are breathing, we are learning every day. I want to thank every one of you. I want to go to the comment section. Oh my God, the comment, the way they comment, they pour like saying I in the fall. I want to thank every one of you on the comment session. I appreciate you all. I wish I can mention all names, but I'm just going to mention a few names like Mommy, the aspirant mother of all. She's always with us here, even though we do more than 30 broadcasts a day. She's here with us. She commented throughout the broadcast. Thank you very much, Mommy, for all you do for all of us. We appreciate you. I want to thank the Irish Finest. I want to thank Israel Samota. I want to thank Green Street. Kwase. I want to thank every one of you. I want to thank Rita Adams. I want to thank many of you right here. I thank every one of you. Thank you. Now God bless you. Now I want to thank Pansat HD. Pansat HD, thank you so much for all you'll be doing throughout this broadcast today. I want to say we are very grateful for your support, for your financial support as well. Thank you so much. Simeon Nangboye, thank you very much, my brother. Appreciate every one of you. Joe Numbasake is right there with us. Naomi Roland. In fact, I can't mention all name, but I just want to say I appreciate every one of you. And for my spectators right there that is not on the comment section, I want to tell you all that I'm grateful. Without you guys, we cannot do this. Yeah, like my co-moderator just said, if nobody is watching me, I'm going to be talking to myself. So I'm grateful to you all. At least God used me to create a platform where everyone can come and we express ourselves, and pass a message to other Nigerians. So please, for those of you that have not shared our video, please share our videos so that our message can go far. And also like the video, like the broadcast as well, so that our message can go far as well, so that YouTube can suggest this particular video or any videos to those that have not seen it. I want to send this message to Nigerians. This is the time for us to do it, right? It's very obvious that we know what we want now. Although statistically, if we have to look at it, according to today, at least 70% of us know what we want. 30% are still kind of skeptical. They need to be convinced, to let them know that, listen, like one of my brothers said, if you don't want to be sleeping on the floor in the hospital, then vote for the right candidate this time. If you don't want to be suffering in Nigeria, killed by different kind of people, then take the decision now. Just imagine, since you were born, all you'll be experiencing in Nigeria is suffering, and pains. Not just pains, excruciating pains. So this is the time to change it. Like some people normally say, what about if Peter Obi did not win? We are not interested if he did not win. At least your conscience, you look at your conscience as at least I voted for the right person. But how would you feel? I will ask you the same question back. How would you feel you voted Tinubu to become a president, or you voted Atiku to become a president and looting continue again? How would you feel? Although that question might not relate to some people, or some of them might not care, because not every one of us as a human being that have a heart. Some people don't, they walk as a human being, they look like a human being, but they don't have a heart, they don't have a human feeling. So they don't care. So people can kill and just be smiling and buy a red wine or whatever and drink and watch football. That's it. So don't always look everyone that we all are one. So people are naturally wicked and heartless. You know, I'm not trying to tell you that you cannot support your own candidate or rather your principal. But listen, guys, these same people that you're talking about have been ruling us in either one way or the other. They have never changed anything. Just imagine light, common light we don't have in Nigeria. You know what that means? For many of you that lives in the diaspora, you want to visit back home. You know, you are scared. You don't want to be kidnapped. You know, just for example, you want to visit Nigeria, you have only 2 million naira, you want to visit Nigeria. God forbid they can't kidnap you. They say me go bring 50 million naira. How you want to do your life? You know, this is the part of a bad system. This is the result of a bad system, a result of a bad leaders. And the same bad leaders, they are recycling themselves, polishing themselves to bring themselves back to us again. We must say no to this, say no to it anytime, and choose Peter Obi. You know, Peter Obi is what we want. And for those of you who think that, okay, Omoyele Sowore, we are not campaigning for him, why not? For Omoyele Sowore continue to pull weight, I will also showcase it here. Our platform, we don't practice sentimentality here. For marriage, so I played a marriage or video just last week. Yeah. So what are you talking about? You know, this week I played the one that he talked to Peter Obi, but last week his campaign I played it here. I think when he got his certificates, you know, of a return or whatever. So to be honest, this platform is for everyone. But at the moment, Peter Obi is the one the people have chosen. So I cannot change that. I don't know why you guys are trying to blame me. Okay, you forget Showore. No, I did not. But the people have chosen Peter Obi. So what do? I don't have power to change that. All right. Appreciate every one of you once again. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please share this, like this video, and always support us, encourage us to do more for you. Thank you, my people. I'll say
But before
you go, somebody just came in. That's
Cool.
Edolite.
Who's talking?
Edolite, I just muted you. If you are listening to us, we are rounding up.
Everybody.
You just came in. Edolite.
Unmute yourself.
I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, talk to us.
Okay. I greet everybody. Okay, I greet everybody. Una just do well. All waiting on the talk since I hear. Only say I dey work. You know, say, but just if he dey our back, we not feel look back. So now be the thing of for is. So apart from that, all the work una don't do, I don't see them. As I said the talk, now division of labor, and I still pray for my brother Shewure with Peter Obi, make they work together, make we do this thing, make we come out broom and umbrella come out for our country. So I appreciate everybody. I appreciate my brothers and sisters around the world. That is my own take. Thanks.
Thank you, my brother, for making that.
You just called me briefly, but thank you. At least you registered. But before we finally end the broadcast, I forgot to say thank you for those people that called in. A lot of people called in from both sides, but I can't just remember everybody because both sides. But I remember the person from the US started from this side or the other side. I don't know. We had Halifax, Ben from Canada. We had Pius. We had Paul from Switzerland. We had Tom and several others because we're not the call were coming from both sides, so we didn't really take record. But if you watch again, you will know you called us. So for those who couldn't call their name, you are thank you very much for calling. We encourage you to also to keep calling and give us feedback. Thank you very much.
All right. I appreciate every one of you. Like we said before, it is time for us to round up for today. Please stand for what is right and let's support only one person, Peter Obi. And I'm very proud to say that I'm using my platform to promote Peter Obi, and I will never ever have anything to regret about this. You know, so I'm standing. I have a conscience. I'm standing for what is right. Thank you very much, my people. I'll say have a good night, everyone, and bye for now.
Good night, my brother. Good night.